So, recap from last week. After going around the town and doing a few errands, remember, put it in order for some armor. Saffeine checked on her herb order. Levend read her receipts.
Literally.
You had Temzin and Angharad going throughout the residential area and the Silver Circle to see if there was anything that they could detect that would lead them to the object that you're trying to locate currently, which is those blue gems that you were that you saw in Hollowbell. You did find out that there were a few pings in several of the jewelers, actually the 3 jewelers of the Silver Circle. And then you went to the bounty board and made what some of you might consider the biggest mistake of your life.
Why are you laughing?
You ended up killing 2 undead in a house owned by John and Lacey. Please silence all cell phones.
We're in the middle of a build, and one of my subcontractors has to stop by to pick up some stuff.
Yeah, no worries.
That was just so I'll have to leave in a couple minutes.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
That'll be fine.
So you went to this house where John confronted you and tried to ask you to leave things as they were, but seeing the...
But we're nosy assholes.
But seeing that the greater good was in fact the greater good, you ignored his requests and you took care of the undead that were in the house. Afterwards, remember, kind of stalked off into the forest.
You
I
consented.
stopped off well before you guys started that bullshit.
Temzin went off to go meditate. Angharad went to go console herself in the stables. And Saffeine bought a round of drinks for everyone in the bar with your new friend, Archie. And Jade. And Jade. Now, we actually are not picking off immediately there. Instead, we are picking up the next morning. Everyone returned to the farm expecting, as John said, to see your things kind of out on the side of the road. And in fact, that's not what you found. You instead found Lacey waiting up for you with a big pot of dinner. And she encouraged you all to go to your rooms, that she had spoken with John, and that if you wanted to, you could speak with him again in the morning.
Yeah, no way.
It is now this next morning, and Lacey is already out working with some of the animals on the farms with Jimmy. And John is nursing a mug of coffee on the porch. And that is where we're picking up.
Well, just as a character decision, remember didn't come in last night. She's literally just been like out in the woodlands chopping trees down and doing like menial hard labor tasks all night.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So she probably like just came in as the sun was rising.
Okay.
Good morning, mister. How you doing?
And
Did you say mister?
And John kind of nods at Jade. He doesn't really seem to have too much to say, but he kind of furrows his brow as Remember tromps in with the sunrise, covered in debris from trees and sweat and what have you, whatever she was doing out there. And he nods towards the door. He says, Lacey's got coffee on the fire. Think she's got some biscuits made. Help yourselves. He just kind of nods. This is awkward.
Yeah, this
Very
is
awkward.
so awkward and bad. What are we supposed to say to this dude?
We're supposed to go to group therapy now.
Oh, okay.
Sorry we killed your family, mister.
Oh
Oh
god.
my god, that was not the thing that we were supposed to say.
Let's
go, Archie.
His grip kind of tightens a little bit on the mug, and he closes his eyes, and my family's been gone a while. You did something I couldn't do. Ow.
Very true. Very true.
Saffeine kind of just nods her head.
Accurate, mister. Definitely.
Were you gonna get some breakfast, or are you folks doing whatever you're doing for Miss Una then?
Probably gonna eat breakfast.
Yeah, we'll come.
That's right.
Angharad spent most of the night out with her horse. She did not sleep very much, if at all. Nobody slept.
This team is so awkward. We're all just like, hey, we're all a bunch of vagabonds that don't know how to make social decisions. And
Temzin
now here
slept.
we are. Yes, Saffeine did too.
Temzin was fine.
But yeah,
I was like,
Angharad.
Jade was cool. She just slept it off.
Yeah.
Um,
Same, Safine's fine.
You neutral bastards.
I'm a good bastard, actually.
We have family damage.
Hello.
We do. That hit me right in my mommy.
I don't know my family.
That's why you're fine. But yeah, Angharad comes back in. She sees John. She's not often like lost for what to say in situations, and she just really doesn't know how to handle this. Like, she knows what she did was right, but also she doesn't know how to approach this socially now. So she just kind of like quietly walks past and goes to do breakfast.
All right. He just kind of he doesn't have much to say. Not that he's ever had too much to say, but he's mostly just nodding and good mornings today.
I doubt he's gonna be like, well, thanks for killing my family.
You're welcome.
Oh no, Jade, no!
Wait, what did you say, Jade?
Archie goes, where are your servants?
And he arches a brow at Archie, and well, we don't have any of those.
Who does your dishes and makes your food?
And he gets this huge smile on his face. He's like, well, I think that's your job today.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, John! Hell
I don't
yeah!
think I've ever made food before.
Oh, the food's made. Rule is, whoever makes it doesn't have to clean up. So looks like you'll be cleaning up then.
Get got, boy.
Okay. And he goes to grab a dish and drops it.
Oh.
And you'll be cleaning that up too.
And paying for it.
I'm
He
just a
just-
kid. I have money, but all right. Here goes.
It's gonna be a long road for you
And
guys.
he just looks at all of you and he's like, can you make sure he doesn't drop any other dishes? I'm gonna go take care of the horses. And he just like kind of walks off the porch and he heads off to the barn.
Remember, just doesn't say anything. She makes like a grunting noise and like gestures for what Archie should be doing, and then just stands there and observes while he's washing dishes and like corrects him if he messes something up.
Shit, I didn't pick any spells for this one. Well, I guess I'm using my spells from last week.
You can do it real quick.
Hey,
We got time.
several
We got time
sessions
before we
ago,
do
there were yellow
I meant to
birds.
use these more last time. but
Do you remember what type of birds they were?
Oh, in
Yellow
the
birds.
mine in the very
Yeah.
first session.
Those are
Yeah,
canaries.
Yeah,
oh
it
my
was
God.
canary.
Okay, thanks. I was trying to remember.
Yeah, that was canaries.
Very good.
Okay.
Remember, just like stomps back out from the kitchen. We should go kill something today.
Whoa there. A good knight never kills anything he doesn't need to.
We're going to go kill bears or some shit. I don't care. Get in the cart.
Get in the cart.
Get the car?
Don't we have a cart by this point? We're living on a farm.
No,
John,
you
can I
just-
take your cart?
Also get in the car.
And John's like, what do you need my cart for?
It's faster to get into town this way. Also, we may need to bring back a carcass, and the last one was fucking heavy.
Sure, as long as you don't fuck it up, I guess. All right.
Thank you, John. I will clean it before it comes home.
And he just kind of like waves a hand, like you see like his hand kind of waving in the open door of the barn as he goes back to his work.
I need that meme of like the car salesman slaps John's card. This buddy can bring in a full-size manticore.
Oh my god.
Alright. So
Let's move out. This sucks.
Can I say Temzin's crafted some jewelry? Over since we've kind of like
Yeah.
skipped the day. He had a
Yeah,
bunch of
that's
time
fine.
to do stuff. Okay,
Ooh,
cool.
la.
Thank you.
Alright. So what did you craft and what did you use to craft it?
So I have the 2 yellow canary feathers, and then I also have spikes, the manticores. I have 2 1-foot spikes.
You made a
So,
sick puka shell.
I'm going to make a pair of earrings
Okay.
with bone, with like splinters from the manticore claw and the yellow feathers.
Okay.
And eventually I'm going to go see if I can get them enchanted to make them worth more. But we'll see.
Ooh.
Okay. So let me see. You used manticore and
I have two 1-foot spikes.
Right.
That were manticore claws.
what did you make those into?
Well, I used like parts of one of them, and then the yellow feathers to make a set of earrings. So I just made one set of
Each
earrings.
item will make one thing. So if you you can use a whole manticore spike,
Mm-hmm.
but you can't like reserve half for later.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Alright, so I use a
you
manticore spike and the 2 yellow feathers to make a set of earrings.
All right. Let me just. We'll say that those will be worth.
Is the mic on your
Can you get stuff specially enchanted?
Huh?
your
Oh, I
dice
thought that was yours.
If you go to like a wizard or a sorcerer or
Mhm.
something and they can enchant something, then yeah, you can probably get it enchanted.
Okay.
We're gonna say that will be worth 11 silver.
Okay.
So we posed Temzin as a fake jeweler to get in with the other jewelers, and we're like, "Hey, buddy, you see any weird?"
You're saying I'm a.
thing?"
You're
When the
saying
jewelers
Temzin's
hold
a
the gala, we
fake?
sneak in.
Temzin is
We
a real
round the necks
jeweler.
of all the people that are in there.
We're gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
Now, when I say that it's worth 11 silver,
I can get more than that.
right? Like you
can
know
barter.
that it is worth at least 11 silver.
Right, if I were to sell the raw
Mhm.
materials.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So you guys currently
bard.
have. I found a cool thing today. So you currently have. It's morning of the day. Now, the way that this can go on, because I know that some of you have items that you're waiting for, what you can do is you can decide to take today and you tell me if you want to buy something in town, if you want to speak with someone very quickly, and then we can just wrap up the day that way. And then we can go into the next day when you go do things. Oh, thank you. Or we can decide, we do want to spend the day doing, we're going to, play out the day as the day is.
I would like to skip a day so we can go pick up all the things we bought.
Well, at some point Temzin's gonna go to the blacksmith, but that doesn't really matter when.
You should go with me after we skip today.
Sierra, do you have any?
I mean, no, my drugs aren't done yet. I mean, my tea's not done yet.
What about you,
I like
Mackenzie?
this.
Do you have anything that you don't feel either way?
I don't have a preference, no.
Okay. Jared and Aaron, what about you guys?
Archie's just been busy with the dishes, and he didn't visit any stores.
Yeah, that's what today went to, was teaching Archie how to do household
How to
chores.
do dishes.
It's
I
like
spent all day.
Karate Kid
Functioning
montage.
normal person.
Okay.
We'll teach you.
So,
Life works.
okay, so then we'll say that today was spent,
Self-loathing.
actually probably. Do you guys want to work around John's farm for the day?
I think that would be good.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Temzin's not gonna do that.
Okay, so Temzin, you can do what you want
If Day's gonna be shot, Temzin's gonna spend it at the temple.
at the temple. Okay. Note that you spend a day training,
Okay.
and then Archie got 2 badges today.
Yay!
Archie got his very first dishwashing badge,
Ooh.
which when Una found out, what was that?
Let me make a badge document.
Jade is going to step forward as the
Make a
crafter
spreadsheet.
of said badges with anything she can find and will find.
Perfect.
Okay. When
I feel like venting.
Una was definitely like keeping an eye. Like today, she probably stopped in and was like, "Please tell me he's still alive. How's it going?" And when she found out that Archie like washed dishes for the first time, she probably paid John like very handsomely. Probably had betrayers out like working on his fencing, like fixing his fencing, and he is now like making a list of all the things he can get Archie to do around the farm.
So good.
Because he apparently gets paid for that.
Perfect.
So I got a dishwashing badge and what else?
You got a dishwashing badge, and you also got a taking out the garbage badge. And you were taught how they dispose of things around the farm in this huge bonfire. So you were taught how to, well, you know, you would be aware of how to like make a fire in like a fireplace and stuff like that. You've never really gone out to do anything. So you were taught how to make a proper fire for the first time and how to keep it going. So you got a fire maker badge and you got a dishwashing badge.
Triple bad day. That's what I call a good day.
You did super great.
3 badges closer to seeing your dad.
Aww.
When we make the bonfire at the end of the night.
97 more to go, guys.
When we make the bonfire at the end of the night, can Remember demonstrate to everybody the ancient Bralidian art of fire eating?
Ooh.
Yes.
Because that would be sick.
Absolutely.
Which she has proficiency in. I'm not going to take argument on this.
she was like, "Hey guys, watch what I can do."
Hell yeah.
And you guys got to see an actual Bralidian, like, eating fire.
Hell yeah.
Harry's just like,
So,
Harry!
I was just gonna ask, like, where that tradition came from.
That's a good question. Lore.
That would be, yeah, actually that would be, that would have been something that the priestesses of Bane,
Oh, hell yeah.
they would be trained in that, especially because they believe that, so, Remember would have gotten to tell everyone who Bane is. And Bane is their goddess of war who lives with her eyes closed because they believe that once her eyes are opened, that's just so you guys can see where you're going in town. Because they believe that once her eyes are opened, she will weep fire upon the earth and destroy everything in its path. And Remember got to tell this really elaborate story about her goddess Bane and how the priestesses swallow fire because they believe it brings them that much closer to their goddess. So, that next morning, you've all had your long rest, and all of your items are ready for pickup.
nice.
Yay! Your phone's all chimed. Your item is ready for pickup. So you have armor ready to pick up. You have the alchemist that you can go to. Yeah. So what are your plans?
Go into town. Remember was probably like at the blacksmith's at sunrise.
She's the customer that's like this the whole time, like tapping their watch.
All right. Let me just get back there. All right. So come sunrise the next morning, you know, coffee's made. There's some little biscuit kind of things that are made. These are like peppered with raisins this morning. And so when you guys wake up, Remember is already gone. Remember is already gone.
I know where I'm going.
Alright, so you're there. Right as Sophia opens up her door and Sylvia goes running off, yells, "Good morning!" as she goes back past you, like with this big pail headed for the town well.
So good.
And Sophia is kind of startled to see you there that early, to be honest. And she's like, "Well, I'm pretty sure it's ready. I'll go get it." And she like gestures you to come on into this like central courtyard area of her house, and she brings out like a stool for herself, and then she proceeds to bring out your new armor.
Hell yeah.
And she goes about like strapping it on and like testing, is this too tight? Is that tight enough? Like she goes through the whole thing and just outfits you completely.
And she has to make an adjustment and you have to wait 3 more days.
No! She's even accommodated, you know, you not having one breast on one side. Like she's like she has accommodated this for you.
Wow.
And it fits very well. And it's currently very clean. And she's like, alright, then
I think that'll do it then. What does it look like?
All right.
What does it look like?
What did we call it again? Because we called it...
She just said she was going to make something custom. Because we talked about a couple of different things.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the type of armor it was, though.
I think it was lightweight or possibly something.
Yeah, I think it was... Yeah, the type. Yeah, I looked at the types of armor and I decided on one.
I think y'all said scale mail, but I don't remember.
Yes, that was right. So, thank you. So, Sophia had a lot of fun with this scale mail. So, the scale mail that she has made you is the same color as your skin. It's dappled in these very pale, almost... You would think that she'd used a bunch of different kinds of metals, but really, she's just a very competent blacksmith, and she knows what to do to a metal to change its color without being painted. So, just like your skin is these blacks and tans and pale patches all over the place, that's how your armor is. And especially on your arms, it almost looks like you're just wearing your skin. However, when you shake your hands, she gestures and she takes a step back. And when you shake your hands, the scale pops up.
Rad.
And she gestures with one and she kind of takes it off and puts it on herself. She has to really tighten it up so she can use it. But when she shakes it and she goes over to just like a bit of like a flowering shrub that's in the yard, she swipes her arm down it and just slices off a bunch of the branches. And she's like, yeah, be careful about that. Sylvia almost nicked herself with that, but be careful with that. And she just, all she does is like brushes it back. And she's like, yeah, so there you go. And she hands you, so she hands you your armor and she gives you this scale mail armor. Did I tell you what
She paid more for
For a set AC
bigger
point.
ACs, yeah.
But I think
Yeah,
there was
no,
some
I
type
had
of
rolled
con.
I had rolled a dice.
I think, hold on, I might have written it down.
Bookkeeper.
Yeah.
Marjorie, a dictation.
No, not Marjorie.
You paid 60 gold pieces. She said it would take 2 days for scale mail. That would be 20 AC.
That's
Yeah.
taking my AC up to 20?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's taking your AC up to 20.
34.
But what it's also going to do is that if you specifically are defending while using your scale mail, whoever is attacking you, if they're attacking you with melee, they are going to take 1 point of damage.
Fuck, yes! That's
So
amazing.
if you decide that you are throwing yourself in front of somebody and defending, then whoever is attacking, like, yes, you'll be attacked, but they'll also get that 1 little hit point of damage.
Very good, very good, very good, very good. Very good. If that kills somebody someday, I'm gonna be so
I know.
damn excited.
I have armor too, and it's inscribed by my dad, and it says, Archie, hopefully one day you'll find a home. And I think he means he wants me to find my way back.
Sure, kid.
So apparently you were there with Jade and Archie. Like, they followed you at sunrise because, like, where are you going at sunrise?
Amazing.
So they got to see this demonstration. So they're aware now of what your scale mail does.
Hopefully you'll find a home.
That's so good, that's so
Angharad probably tagged along with you, to be
Oh
honest.
my god, amazing.
It was just
I think we were in the same
it was just like
Yeah.
I want to make perfectly
You guys
clear.
are going to
Remember, did not
Alchemist?
invite anybody to go with her. She
Okay,
got up
gonna
at
go.
dawn and left at dawn, and then these motherfuckers were like, "Okay, I
They
guess we're
tailed
going."
you.
well, I mean, Archie is kind of like, I
Tailing.
do what you say, and Jade's Jade. So
Stop.
Nice.
Also,
Okay.
you can't technically see Archie, right? Because he's a halfling.
yeah, like if he decides to follow, he's just kind of like in her shadow, Like, he probably comes up to, like, a knee.
I hate this.
Okay. So are you up at a more reasonable hour, or are you also up at sunrise?
No, I went at a more reasonable hour to the alchemist.
Okay.
Elves don't get up at sunrise.
Correct.
So you guys got up
Temzin's
at
probably
a...
gonna go to the alchemist with them.
Alright, so you three got up at a more reasonable hour. Lacey informed you that your buddies had already left
My
for
giant-
the
He left
for the
us.
town.
He left us.
And you get down there to the alchemist, and the windows are open. It's a pretty nice day. Yeah, no, what day? It's summer, isn't it?
In
yes.
summer.
It's actually currently the 25th. You guys have been with each other for a week. So, go figure. Exciting. Yeah, actually, no, it's about the middle of spring. It's Akas. So, it's the middle of spring. So, there's this really nice breeze that's going around through town. Everyone's got their windows open. You've got kids that are, like, up and about, running around. Parents trying to corral them. You have everyone kind of, like, selling what they need to sell. And so, when you get to the alchemist, you can see her inside kind of moving about. She's hanging up new things to dry. And when she looks over and sees you, she just gives kind of this smirk, and she's like, your order is ready. And then she, like, kind of breezes on back to the back room. And when you enter, the room is definitely, like, there's much more stocked than there was before.
Perfect.
Whatever she had that was in the process of being brewed last time is now finished, and it's bottled and ready. And she comes out with a little jar, and she offers it out, and she says, and I believe this is yours.
Perfect. She takes it gingerly.
And
It's tea.
and did you like the tea that I gave you before?
You know, I haven't had an occasion to use it just yet.
Oh, all right.
I have to be about my wits currently, unfortunately.
And you just ordered more of this. Right. Okay. Well, is there anything else I can do for you then, or
Do you have anything new in currently?
the new one?
I'm high function.
I thought I printed everything out, and I guess I didn't. So it's okay.
It's fine. She peruses her items. Let me find them.
Just like that.
Literally does.
Like the Candyman from the original Willy Wonka.
Yes. Just
Well-
cascading waterfalls.
Well, with what I had for you, I do have. Where did it go? I have several potions of poison. And by several, I mean I have 5 of them.
Ooh, we poison it.
And what would Una, if she gets on my bad side?
Oh.
She's just like,
You didn't hear that.
I heard nothing.
And oh god, I love that. I know who this is.
Years.
What'd you say?
She said, I hear nothing. I said, you never do, not with these ears.
How much would one bottle of poison cost? Or dosage?
That will be. That one will run you about 20 gold.
Damn.
I don't dislike her that.
A potion of poison is 3d6 damage for whoever drinks it. So.
Oh, side note, how many, like, what was the servings or the quantity of the herbs that I got from her just now?
I think I gave you 5 days.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me see.
Wowie, wowie.
Yeah, she keeps all the notes.
It's like you have one of those calls, like a, when a shipment comes in, one of those things. Oh, there's a word for it.
Oh no, I didn't write it down.
Manifest.
I failed.
Not really.
I also have a few herbalism kits.
Ooh, we make our own drugs.
Drugs. I love experimentalism.
An herbalism kit will actually cure you of poisons.
Good. I would like one of those, please.
All right, that's going to run you 10 gold.
Jeez. Okay, that's fine. Just killed bears for this money.
She's like, really? I was having a bit of an issue with those. Thank you.
Oh, welcome.
And so she gets your herbalism kit together.
We have not killed any bears.
It's a lie. What am I gonna say? I killed John's family yesterday, so you know that went well.
So she gets your herbalism kit together, and you exchange money. And as she hands you your money, she goes, "Oh, that's funny. You got one of the merchant's coins. You are new here to White Flag and Eteiseth in general. We mint our own coins.
Oh.
It's only within the past 50 years or so, but they're very proud of it. If you use a coin that's minted here in Eteiseth, they'll give you a discount.
Huh.
But that's if you use, essentially, Eteiseth's money. I don't think any of the other kingdoms will allow that."
Good to know. Dealing with foreign currency now.
Interesting.
Did
And
you?
it looks the same as any other piece,
Mhm.
except there is, I didn't, where did my little cards go? It looks the same as any other, except there is, hold on, I have to scribble it out.
Coins minted in White Flag or Eteiseth?
They're minted in White Flag, but they're used all over Eteiseth. There is the symbol,
Oh.
and it is the symbol of the Merchants Guild
Which
in
is what,
Eteiseth.
which is what was on.
Ah, I see. Excellent, my initials.
My initials.
It is?
Air emotes.
If I was a superhero.
Yes.
And that she said the discount applies just in White Flag or all over Eteiseth?
It is Eteiseth.
So we could still use that money somewhere else. We just wouldn't get discount with it.
Yeah. Jade.
No.
Like, it's still gold, it's still copper, it's
I just
still
like
silver,
hers.
but if it has that stamp on it, you can, if you say, "I'm using this," then you'll get a discount. And I'll let you know
Jugular's name.
how many you have of each one. So right now you do have 1 gold mercantile coin, is what we'll call it.
Mercantile coin. Neat.
So Temzin is just gonna come up and say that he. 'Cause I'm not trying to do the accent tonight.
Do it.
Yeah, and he just asks.
Always do a character voice. It's fun.
I
Do it.
try, but it's so bad.
Do it! The more you do it, the better it'll get.
But it changes every single time I do it.
Mine does too.
Honestly, it's not that bad though.
Yeah, yours is pretty good.
So Temzin is gonna go up to the counter. And he's just gonna ask, or he's just gonna, mention. Oh, I noticed there's a lot of other new stuff you've got in stock. Anything particularly nice?
Well, I'm good at my job. Everything is very nice. Is there anything you're looking in particular for?
Not at the moment. Just trying to inquire, get an idea of what you have in stock.
And she turns to look at everything as I didn't print it all. So she informs you that she has an oil of slipperiness. And it is
Also known as lube.
well, this is a very thick and black liquid in this vial.
Fancy
And
lube.
it looks,
No!
and it looks like it is almost moving in the container itself. So she has poison, which she's already explained. She has the slipperiness. She has a I'm gonna say it 90 times and then I'm gonna do this. Moist.
That's what you'll get if you use the orange.
She also has potions of strength. And she has 2 potions of love.
What?
Love you.
If you use a love potion. What?
You want one?
What is
They can love me if they don't love me already.
If you use a love potion on someone, or someone uses a love potion on you, when you drink this, the next time that you see a creature within 10 minutes after drinking it, you will be charmed by them for 1 hour.
Oh my.
And it is in a jar that is shaped like a heart, and the liquid inside is like a very soft rose color.
It's like hypnotic.
It's like a very strong charm person spell.
Oh well. No, I meant like the drink.
Yeah.
Hypnotica.
Side note, Drew told me that apparently my perfume smells like the love potions that they sell in Weasley's Wizard Wheezes, and I didn't know this, but I'm living for it.
Like
It's very
seduction.
good. Yes.
Alright,
We can continue. I just thought that was important to note.
Very good. I don't know if any of that is anything I need at the moment, but I wanted to know if you're in the business of enchanting items.
well, I'm more just potions and the like, but
Okay. Is there anybody in the city that does?
hand me my map.
The map, find the map, find the map.
So really quick, I'm very uncomfortable that she felt the need to clarify if somebody uses a love potion on you. And I am very concerned.
Well,
Okay,
it's
she's
one of
shady,
those
okay.
things that I want you, like, if I specifically am stating, like, oh, like someone pours a rose-colored liquid in your cup, you know that that's not, like, something usual.
Shake
It's not
hands.
unusual that you love potions by someone.
Wow.
Rosé.
That's called proof.
Wow.
What do you say?
Guess it's a glass.
And that's who you're gonna have to watch out for getting love potion.
That's
Also,
called
Tom Jones.
Well, you could possibly ask. My brother works at the Merciful Knight.
Let's go see her brother.
He might know someone. He gets more people through there than I do.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Of course.
I'll go speak with him.
His name is Ephro. Just let him know
Ephro.
that I
That's nice.
spoke with you.
Okay. What did you say it was called?
Merciful Knight.
Merciful Knight. Okay. I will find out.
He's mostly tall.
Okay.
I couldn't help but notice a gallery next door.
There is a gallery.
Do you suggest it?
I mean, if you like art.
Yeah, let's go bother him.
Okay. So she sends you on your way.
Real quick, before they do this, can we please say, for the sake of the plot and for me, that we've all met up by this point? Please, God, we meet in the street.
Yeah, you guys meet because especially you guys have probably you and Jade and Archie have been in town a bit longer. Archie was
Up the
probably
place, up the
like
brothers.
seen by a couple people who
Merciful
recognized
Knight.
him, and they gave you breakfast at some point. Like they just gave you like sweet pastries
Oh.
because they're like, "Oh, hello, young sir," and like offered out these like pastries and goods in the morning. And they're like, "Have a lovely day," and like continued on their way because he's a nobleman in this city. So you guys meet up.
Looks like someone knows their place.
Jeez.
Remember, hits him.
Ow!
Roll for damage. No.
Oh my gosh.
Your place is learning how to be a servant of your country.
I only serve the Order of the Knights. An Order of the Knight is a fine honor to have.
She hits him
We
again.
must be brave, strong, and true. And we don't allow anyone named Drew.
And not a dick, which you're being, dude.
Remember, high fives, Jade. Over his head.
Excuse me, what's a dick?
All right,
You
so
know that thing between
all right, so
Short for
Archie
Richard.
finds his sexuality.
No.
he's that 5-year-old. All right, so you guys continue. You continue towards the gallery.
I don't want to go to the gallery.
Doesn't matter, we're going.
I'm ditching.
Get the tart, nerd.
So
I mean, okay, so we could. I think we should probably plan our jewelry heist for tonight. But I did happen to take a spell that would make it much easier for you specifically. So.
We just boost his stats insanely, so if you roll a
He just
stealth
walks in
check
there.
that's like a 30, and then he just like walks in and takes it and walks out.
I mean, I
mean-
pretty much can do that already.
Yeah, he can cast Without a Trace on himself, and then I have stuff that can help him.
We send
Like,
Daniel on a solo mission and
Yeah.
don't tell her remember what's happened.
all right,
It
so
was like the Elmo walking.
so you guys get to the gallery and the door is shut.
Dang it,
And-
Mo. Where are you?
And there's actually a sign on the door
Ah, damn it.
that says,
Fight Club.
for inquiries, I'm at the carpenter shop. And then
Aw.
it's just signed.
See you turn
Why are
It's
you
just
going to the
signed with
gallery?
like this, like paint spatter that kind of spells a name, but not really.
Oh, shush me.
Good, we gotta go to the carpenter. Let's go, nerds!
I Sigrun. Why is she at the carpenter? It's so much more work.
We want to see her, but we don't want to see her that
Yeah, like I
bad.
have a heist to pull tonight. I don't need this.
Because she worked many jobs, okay?
Fine, I'll talk to her later.
Okay. Sweet.
To see you turn into
I know that I personally would like to be able to purchase materials. Yep. Yep, that's what we're at tonight.
Purchase.
I personally would like to be able to purchase materials to learn some spells that I'm looking at, so I would not be opposed to a mission of monetary value.
We go to that guy that you seduced earlier.
Oh my god. Shimmy.
Little this.
Jewelry heist?
Yeah, jewelry heist. So she needs to go buy her stuff. Then,
Well, I mean, I was talking about let's go kill something.
We could go hit up the
Oh.
bounty board.
yeah,
We
let's
can
go
go kill
kill some.
something tomorrow. 'Cause
Well,
need
what we
energy
could
to do a
do,
jewelry heist.
no, what we could do is we could go kill something now, take a short rest, come back, and I'll
Plan
make sure I
and then go.
save
Correct.
the spell slots to
Yeah, because it's still early morning.
Because I think it'll be much easier to do this type of stuff if it's closed.
How do we do this with Archibald? We're just bringing a miner into a jewelry
We
heist.
send him and Remember into the woods for something.
Right.
You have to go get your
You have to teach him how
wandering
to
in
trap.
the woods.
The 40 years in the desert, if you will.
Time to learn how to trap.
Yeah.
Rabbits,
okay, so
of course.
my vote's
Rabbits.
bounty board at this point.
Yeah, I
Alright,
mean,
let's go kill some bears!
let's go kill things.
Alright, so when you get back to the bounty board, you see Bunmore is back.
more.
One more.
But moi.
And he grins up at Archie, or down at Archie, actually, he's taller. So he grins down at Archie and he's like, how are you liking living on a farm?
Well, you know, I'm not really a farmer. I'm an adventurer. This is temporary. I'm gonna be a real hero.
Yep, and then you'll be living on the road. So,
He is crocheting his next batch.
he just kind of looks over at Jade and he's like, what the fuck is, okay, whatever. And so he looks at all of you and he's like, so, back again, huh? Don't worry, I've spoken with John and... Right, what are
that
you
shit
looking
up.
for?
Bears!
So as of last time, what I have
Bears!
written, what I have written down is something about a spider.
Bears!
Oh my god!
Spiders.
I'm
a
gonna
bear.
die.
Bears.
I have spider for 250. I have a strange cave with something in it. We don't know what, but whatever it is, we'll get
What's the
100
difference
ahead.
again?
And we have bears that are 200.
I'll take bears for 300, Trebek.
I said 200, bitch.
I mean, we could divide and conquer. Half of us could go kill some bears, and
Oh,
half of us could go kill
no,
spiders.
no, no.
Bad idea.
Split the
Oh,
party.
no.
Listen, double the profit, guys.
Double the dead is what you mean.
I'm down for bears.
Exactly,
Bears
double the
sounds
profit.
pretty low energy.
And healer.
Alright.
The healer at that point
And
is split.
so he nods and he just scribbles a big X on the like, hey, there are bears that are terrorizing people. Take care
Wow.
of it, please.
He's pretty confident in us. He's scratching off the board, and we haven't even
Yeah,
done it
track
yet.
record.
He's,
So far.
he hasn't crossed it out, but he's put a mark on it saying that someone's after it.
Did he hear how our last adventure went? Because I don't think he'd be so confident if he did.
Well, he's
killed it.
so far y'all have brought back a manticore, and you took care of something that a couple betrayers hadn't taken care of.
We have
so-
a 100% success rate.
We do.
Okay?
So far, you do have a 100% success rate. So, you know,
One to
he's
know,
like,
1-0.
Weapon
Oh, and
accuracy. I'm aiming at everything.
the bears were spotted on the western road, so
Western Road?
that
Western
southwest, that the road that you essentially took in from Hollowbell.
Oh, so we have to go back from where we came.
Yeah.
This one.
Yep, that one there.
We gotta
This
go
one.
back, Marty.
This
Yes.
one. People.
Heard.
Bane that.
All
I
right.
don't know if they
Hold
can
on,
see
I'm
it.
gonna go get a pillow.
But Mal, do you know vaguely how many bears there were?
I heard 2, might be as many as
Hell yeah, but more!
That's not the most country-ass thing I've ever
Well
heard.
then.
Could be 2, could be
Well,
6.
shit, I don't want to sit down by a creek, but it was about 2 air. Could be 3, I don't know.
There's just a couple cracks, you
I
know.
didn't
You'll
get
find
when I
out.
came back.
There could be 30 of them.
Bunmore's job is to know that there is an issue.
Not
And if
how
someone
much.
wants to give him exactly how much of an issue it is, great. If they don't, that's not his problem.
It's a burr. Oh no! Look how cute that bear is. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's still alive.
Alright.
It's a vine.
I figured.
Alright,
The kids are
so
saying.
you guys, are you taking that cart that John is willing to lend you?
I want to be
Let's
clear that that was
not
a joke,
take
but
the
we have a
cart.
cart now.
Yes, we
Let's
do.
not take the cart.
Yeah. that's-
I know.
Well,
We don't have fucking
hey, do you have that? Do you have that new spell?
I can
the
carry the
disc?
bears. It's fine.
No, I didn't take that
Okay.
one.
We're gonna regret not bringing the cart with us.
All right.
Hold on.
I can drag
Let's
a
take
bear.
let's take the cart.
Drag a bear.
I'm strong enough.
Let's
My
take
toes
the
is
cart
strong
and
enough.
leave it back of ways. From
Worst case
the
scenario, we
area
just
of
take
battle.
So it
heads.
doesn't get mauled.
We can just take heads.
Yeah.
Oh, but what if we need the
No, that's a
cart?
waste of meat. No,
Yeah.
let's take that cart. We're gonna get those bears.
Okay,
We're gonna bring
let's
them
take
back.
the cart.
It's bear season.
I was making a joke, but look at that. Resources. You're welcome. I provide.
I mean, I'm
She
sure we would
protect,
have
but she also provide.
figured out a way to get them back, but this is just easier.
Hey, Daniel. Hey, be cool.
That's what I said. It's easier.
Okay, so you guys head out the western side of the city, and you begin to look around for a bear. How are you looking around for a bear?
Can we ask?
With my eyes.
Can we ask people in that area if they've had sightings or anything?
There aren't too many people out on this side of town.
I mean, that makes sense, I guess.
It's mostly like as you continue down the road, you see like a road that juts off down towards the south and like kind of around an outcropping of trees, but it kind of disappears off into the woods. And then it's just the road that goes straight ahead west towards Hollowbell where you came from.
Can I also make a survival check to see, because tracking animals falls under survival, not perception, thank God?
Yeah.
Perfect. I would like to do that.
Yeah, go for it.
Meanwhile, can I just general perception looking around? Not necessarily bears. Like bears would be great, but also like if there's anything weird about the forest or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 7.
You're not used to looking for something with a bunch of forest in the way. You're used to deserts and like an oasis kind of thing going on, but you're not used to like, hey, there's just evergreens everywhere and there's like a hill of like grass and dirt. You're a little taken aback by this.
Is there?
Archie goes, hey, remember, I grew up here. I might be able to help you too.
No.
That's good resourcefulness, Archie. Good job using your surroundings.
That's an 18.
Woo!
So, Archie, that's an 18.
The way that I'm gonna do that is Archie spends some time teaching you about the terrain of Eteiseth and the terrain, especially around White Flag. He's teaching you about, the trees. He's got his tree hugger badge. So like he has a couple badges. He has a couple badges that like are specifically for, hey, you know where you are. So he's teaching Remember about this. And over the course of teaching Remember, about the area and about the terrain, you come across some big claw marks on the trees. You also come upon some berry bushes, like blackberry bushes and stuff like that, which usually around this time of year should be like full. There's nothing on them. They've been picked clean. One of them has even been like, it looks like almost stamped flat. And it leads off towards the northwest.
Are there any other animals around?
Yeah, there's like birds in the trees. You can hear like some crickets.
Can I use speak with animals then?
You want to use speak with animals?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, do it. Do you have to roll for that?
But it's okay.
So
I don't think you do. I think you just do it.
yeah, I think can you read me how long that one lasts for? I can't remember if it's like a continued duration thing or. Okay, so you guys see Jade kind of go off trail a little bit, and she starts kind of like almost whispering, and it sounds like hissing, and you see some snakes. Not like one or two, but like from all around you, these garden snakes kind of slither out of the trees, out from under the leaves, and just kind of start circling around her
Can I
feet.
just have it known? Angharad does not like this one bit. She is in the cart, in the highest possible place she can be. Not a fan.
And so one of the snakes in particular, Jade, kind of slithers up your leg, not like twisting around it, but like its head is like up towards your knee, and it's just like looking at you and flicking its tongue out at you.
Okay.
What do you want to ask the snake? It's happy to talk to you.
I'm gonna pick it up and bow my head to it respectfully, looking like the insane person she is, and say, "Bears, you got any Cleric and find any?"
And the snake like flicks its tongue out and it's like, yes, they're over this way, and it just like slithers back down and like it is talking to the other snakes, and so these like 6 or 7 snakes that slithered out all start heading northwest along that same trail.
Okay, I'm just gonna be like, "Well, come on, didn't you hear the snake? We said it this way."
We don't all speak snake.
Well, you should.
Is there a snake speaking bad?
Yes.
There is now.
Even if there isn't, she's like, "Sure. Yes."
Temzin follows Jade.
No, Angharad will
That's amazing.
follow along, but not now.
Angharad is like picking up her skirts and going, no.
Wait.
No.
How are we bringing this cart? Is somebody like pulling the cart? Do we got a steed driving the cart?
My horse could pull it.
Okay.
I
you
feel
put
like
your
if
horse in
Scooby-Doo style, like jump into someone's arms, like, no, carry me.
Wait,
Like,
is she okay
geez,
with
man.
me, even though I'm like half snake?
Huh?
Is she okay with Jade being Yuan-ti?
Yeah, you're not small and fast and wriggly.
And that's what you think.
I just hear Jade saying that over her shoulder, and Angharad kind of like, wait.
No, here's the damage. There's some nasty snakes on coastlines, and like, most of Adegord is coastline. Like, there are some nasty snakes, and I'm not cool.
We got water moccasins.
Snake are nasty. What does this you say? All snakes are beautiful. She
So
like pulls her scales and walks a little faster.
Oh.
So for roughly a minute, these snakes lead you deeper into the trees.
Yeah, never mind. I'm not gonna do it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna waste it.
Okay. So these snakes lead you deeper into the trees for
Go
about a
wait.
minute, and you also see more signs of something big moving through. Let me see.
Can we perhaps roll stealth so we can get the
Yeah,
drop on
I was
this thing
about
and
to
not walk
say.
into it?
I was about to say. I was like, we should stealth. I
Yeah.
was gonna help, but I don't want to waste.
I mean,
My-
at this point, are we close? Do we want to drop the cart here at this point and leave it behind?
Archie, what's your passive perception?
Oh, fuck.
Let me check. Hold on.
I'm just seeing like who's picking up what. details.
Passive perception is 9, and Archie's not very wise.
Great. Archie doesn't really see much of anything. He knows he's going on a trip in the woods with his new friends.
In our favorite rocket ship.
We're gonna stop right now where we're at and tether the cart.
Okay. So you guys go ahead and you tie off the cart and Safine's horse. Saffine would be seeing maybe a patchwork of fur here that's caught in some brambles, more claw marks on the trees, some even some droppings here and there. Like, you're definitely getting closer.
Keep following the snake.
stealthily? Please, God.
Stealthily.
Stealth. Everybody roll stealth.
Sneak a
Yeah,
snack.
can we?
Okay, everybody roll stealth.
Oh gosh, this is gonna go bad.
Sneak
I got a 19. What is up?
Yeah.
Nothing here's remember in her pretty new armor.
Hell yeah.
Angharad is very distressed about these.
That's technically a 22.
This is a 2.
Super sick.
11.
Okay. Temzin, what did you get?
Oh, I gotta roll. I don't remember what my modifier is. That's Dex, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This dice. I've never used this dice
Which
again.
dice is it?
It's this blue one. I got. It's a 1, but if I have a +7 modifier, so
Okay,
it's
so
an
a
8.
+7,
Yeah.
That's a natural. Okay.
but it is a natural one.
I know.
Um.
Freaking the most stealthy person
So,
here.
well, everyone else
Give me
has
some
been
new
taking
20s.
cues from Temzin this past week and have been learning, how to step a little quieter. Temzin decides to not do that. Temzin decides he's fine to rush ahead because usually nothing sees him. That doesn't happen today. When Temzin rushes ahead, he-
Wait, I'm lucky. I get to reroll.
You do. I'm glad that you remembered at the last minute.
Get rid of that.
I believe in you so much.
21.
Yay!
Oh, fuck. Okay, yeah, no, everyone is super stealthy. And you are stealthy enough that, yes, you got a 5. Everyone except Angharad.
Can I assist in her stuff?
Angharad's
Flouncing.
Angharad is trying to avoid the snakes. Angharad is trying to avoid the brambles that are touching her skirt. Angharad is trying to avoid a particularly muddy puddle. And right as she's doing this, I mean, it beats a 1, so you're not having the other thing happen, but
Ooh.
right as she goes to avoid a particularly nasty puddle, Jade's spell ends. And the snakes that had been going in a nice, straight, single file line
Oh no.
suddenly bolt. And they bolt everywhere because they all came from different places. And Angharad lets out a screech as one comes a little too close to comfort. And you hear a huff. And something lumbers to its feet.
Someday we're gonna get the drop on something.
Ooh.
Someday. Today is
That
not
someday is not today.
What?
Go ahead and roll initiation.
Initiation.
Archie got
Fuck,
a
that's a natural 20.
Ooh, she said yeet.
Alright, I'm gonna have to...
20.
14.
Not natural, but
Okay.
let me know.
Why can't I see?
Angharad is a 20. Temzin is a
Fucked up by
not
these
natural
snakes.
20.
I'm not getting fucked up either.
Who else got 15? Okay. Jade, what did you get?
14.
Okay. Remember, what did you get?
14.
Do you have a preference of who goes first? Since you both got 14?
She can go before.
Okay. Unfortunately, I have to paint a few more of these, so if it's on the right-hand side, it's you guys.
We should have brought Harry with us. Damn it.
Yay.
Where's
So
Harry?
What were we thinking?
what did you get for Archie?
14.
Nice.
Goodness. Okay, cool. So, even though you didn't get the drop on it, you still go first. So, thankfully hearing it off in the shrub, through the shrubbery. Well, thank you. You get a sense of where these things are. So, Angharad, as y'all come through into this small little clearing, you see 2 enormous black bears. Huge. Like, one of them is easily 300 pounds.
Excellent.
And the other is easily clearing that.
Very good. All right.
Remember's delighted. Remember's very excited.
How far are they?
They're about... I've been trying to practice with this. They're about 20 feet ahead of you.
Okay.
Alright, well, Angharad's gonna cast Magic Missile. And 2 darts are going at one bear, and 1 dart is going at another bear. I don't particularly care which one, to be honest. So
Okay.
the one that's getting 2 is gonna take
Nice.
7 points of damage, and the one that's only taking 1 is taking 3 points of damage.
Okay. So these hit, and the bears are promptly infuriated. And one of them kind of starts swiping at its face as if it's like been hit by a bunch of bees.
Bees.
Temzin, you're next.
They're 20 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
Are they from some?
Oh, shoot. Okay. Next round, one of you is going to.
Oh wait, that's the wrong.
OP. Cool. Not this round, because I hacked it.
I could run up, but I don't know if I want to run up to the bears yet. Temzin's gonna. Well, it would be if I were to ready like my crossbow to shoot, would that consist of my move? No, I could ready it and then shoot them.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
All right.
Like you couldn't move anywhere, but
Right. I'm going to. Yeah, I'm gonna take out my crossbow, and I'm going to shoot at one of them.
Okay.
And I totally missed because that's a 3.
Okay. Yeah, no, you definitely
lose
missed. So
an arrow.
that one kind of like veers off into the trees. Okay. Saffeine, your turn.
Alright, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon. And
What does your weapon take the form of?
it takes the form of a whatchamacallit. I was gonna make it one of the plant leaves, but I'm not going to do that. It's going to look like a icicle,
Okay.
a very large one that hangs from caves and stuff like that.
That's very good.
And I'm going to hit whichever one is closer. which is-
They're both about 20 feet away.
okay. I'll just pick.
Like they were both sleeping next to each other.
Oh, they were sleeping. Okay, so
I'm really glad that Speak with Animals wore off before we got rolled up.
so
on
they're
this
not like
piece.
ah.
Why are you hitting me?
So that's going to be a 6 for damage.
What did you roll for? With spiritual weapon, you don't have to roll.
I don't have it written down, to be honest, but I might have to roll to see if I hit. Now that you say
I
that,
think you do.
I probably do know.
Like I know that magic missiles just hits.
I don't
but-
know, to be honest.
Magic missile, darling.
Let me double check.
Welcome to my cave. I'm Brian.
Daniel, could you put on some background music?
Do you want to
Yes.
see my new magic
Five
missiles?
bears.
Just kidding. Magic missiles for level 1 babies. Create a
I love
floating
her.
weapon.
Okay, no, you do
It's
have
very
to
good.
roll to hit.
Okay,
so
okay.
you formed your spiritual weapon 15 to 20 feet ahead of you. Is that
But yes.
okay? Cool.
So I got a 17.
Yeah, that hits.
So then I'll roll for damage, I guess.
Yep. 1d8 plus your spellcasting
Now.
one.
It's only 3.
Okay. So the one that was hit by quite a few of Angharad's magic missiles now is clubbed in the face with a magic appearing icicle. And Jade, it is your turn. Jade, what do you do?
Sorry, he was answering that. I'm going to cast Firebolt.
Okay.
Good.
At which one? Bear 1 or Bear 2?
Bear 2.
All right.
Alright. 19.
Yep, that hits.
Suck it. I don't know where
Suck
he
it,
put
bear.
the dice. Hold on. I think maybe I'm just taking all the dice with them.
I know I'm checking this. Because it's like coming in slowly.
No, we need some like bar fight music. We were fighting bears in the backcountry.
We need some like country.
Ass shit.
Yeah, we need some like redneck music.
We should get what's it called? I think the track is literally just called Big Ol' Bar Fight from the Firefly soundtrack.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Or the one from the Kingsman scene where they're in the church and they're just like killing everybody. Oh my gosh. So
All right. So that bear is now got some singed fur going on.
Cool.
Okay. Cool. It is now Remember's turn.
Hell yeah, I want to hit a bear. Okay. I would like to. I would like to rage. Just wait, we'll get there. Yes, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Good.
It's very short though.
Loop. Okay, I'm going to.
These are really good.
The gluten-free brownies. They're very good.
I'm going to
Those are
use
good.
my Yicula to stab one of the bears.
All right.
I should like to stab bear 2. Let's just get that.
Okay. I would like to stab bear too.
I would like to stab bear 2. That
Yeah,
is
please, mother.
a wait. How do you play D&D? That's a fuck. That's a 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Cool.
Was that natural 20?
No, it was a 15
Okay.
plus my 5 modifier.
Dang.
Yeah, and then what's a D8 look like? How do you play D&D?
Shit.
It's
That's
the
right. I think.
The triangle one or the diamond?
The two
This one.
pyramids.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got him. Oh my god! Alright. 11 points of damage. Does that sound good?
Fuck yeah, no, you stab. You don't just stab that bear. You skewer it.
Hell yeah.
Like your Yicula goes in one side and out the other, and it like the bear goes as if it's trying to lunge at you, but it can't even
Aww.
support its own weight right now.
Alright, time out. Stop. I gotta put Sierra on blast. Hey, we killed somebody's parents in the last episode, and you're like,
No, we
whatever.
did
And now we're
not.
killing bears, and you're like, oh no.
They were
poor
undead
bear.
zombies. They were dead a long time before that. This is not. Wait, keep going. Keep narrating this.
Yeah, no, the
I'll
bear
say
just
off, I
the
want
bear
to.
can no longer support its own weight, and
That's
it
sad.
collapses. I just love that last session. You were like, "No, it's fine. We're just gonna kill them," and you're not.
They're not real.
But the
No, they weren't their real parents. They were zombies. That's
Oh
not
my
the same.
God. And for my second attack,
Oh fuck yeah!
I'm gonna go ahead and use my action surge.
1d8 plus 5. I need to remember
Let
that.
me use that, and I would like to strike at the second bear with, get this, my pointy stick.
Nice.
I don't have a d8.
Shit. Well, does that count if it wasn't in the dice box?
No.
Cool. Perfect. We'll take that. Oh fuck. Well, that's a 10.
It does not hit.
Okay.
When you pulled your blade free, the bear managed to kind of like lumber just out of the way so that your spear didn't go where you were hoping it would.
Okay. That's fine.
All right. It is now Archie's turn. No wait.
Alright,
Yeah, it is now Archie's turn.
Archie is going to channel divinity to imbue his weapon with magical energy.
Nice.
And the way he does that is he draws his sword and shield and he goes, "Father, be
Someone
with
can
me.
have orphans.
Hopefully you'll want me after this."
Ah!
And he's gonna attack one of the bears.
All right. Bear A or Bear B?
Let's
Bear
go
B. Bear B is like suffering. Berenstein or Berenstain?
I'll take down Bear B then.
All right.
That was a good joke.
Alright, so he has this long sword. That will be a 15.
Yep, that hits.
Alright, so he goes, and this is the first time I've ever stabbed anything, guys! As he swings his sword.
What's the other one you
Yeah.
said, the other scene, fight scene? That's a really good song.
For 5 damage.
Nice.
The
So
Kingsman church.
Oh.
Archie, proclaiming that this is the first time he's ever stabbed something, still doesn't stab something for the first
Aw.
time. He instead lops off the bear's head.
Ooh!
Oh damn.
They popped away. Well, y'all know it.
Whatever. Woo! Remember does a battle cry and is very proud of her protege.
Very good. I'm like, I need to make these stronger.
No, remember
We
when
need
you did that
some
with the
real
wolves?
easy. Huh?
She's like, hey, I'm gonna give you a
Or-
necromancer and like murder.
Or you give us 4 more. With very much so money.
There wouldn't be a reason for 6 bears to be hanging out in the same territory.
Wait, there's
though.
4.
There's 2.
There's 2.
She's like, oh, you can give us 2 more. But, yes, so, did you hear what I said after, I think you guys popped away right before, but
Yeah, no, our food came here. I had to go grab it.
that's okay. So, Archie proclaims this is the first time he's ever stabbed something as he swings his sword, and he still doesn't stab something for the first time. Instead, he swings his sword down and lops off the bear's head.
Hell yeah. Remember is very proud and does a victory war cry.
Is that both the bears down?
Mm-mm. Just one.
Yeah, that's just B, right?
Was that the heavily damaged one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was B.
Archie's like covered in blood, and he like looks like with a big smile on his face to remember for approval.
Hell yeah. She does the cross the chest thing and is very proud of him.
Alright. It is now the bear's turn.
How rough is this bear that's left?
This first bear that's left is looking fairly wounded, but furious. And where did it go?
This is the one you said, right?
Yeah, I didn't remember it being that rock and roll.
I didn't either.
What is it?
Kick-ass music.
It's from the King's
Oh
Way.
yeah, no,
They
this
used
is
it.
from the church scene.
Yeah, where he just
Alright,
goes in and
so-
obliterates everybody.
Let's see, the close ones right now. This black bear is actually going to turn and attack. Oh yeah, it does. It makes 2 attacks. So it's going to attack Archie because he's closest.
Bring it on!
6 does not hit. No. This bear does not hit. Being as small as he is, the bear's teeth kind of go snapping past his ear, and a paw whistles overhead.
No, that's not what I'm looking for.
And yeah, nope, nothing hits. So it is now Angharad's turn again.
Do I want to cast the big buff on you? Or do I want to wait? Because we could totally go take another bounty after this.
Yeah, I
Because
think
we
we're gonna
haven't
fuck
taken
these
any
bears
damage.
up real fast.
Yeah, I just gotta punch the bear in the face.
Okay, then I'm gonna just cast a firebolt at it because I think we're gonna be done with this
I'm
pretty
just
soon.
gonna stabby it.
So I'm gonna. Do I have a roll for that?
Is there anything playing?
Oh yeah, I do. Okay. Natural fucking 20.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, so it's gonna take 2d10 fire damage.
Does it take 2d10 or do you double whatever you roll?
That's kind of a house rule thing,
That's up
from
to
what
you.
I can tell. The DM usually decides. I've heard
You
2d10.
can roll twice or you can double whatever you roll. I'll let you choose. But you gotta do it. You gotta decide before you do it.
Yeah. I'll roll twice.
Okay.
Okay, so 6. 13 points of damage.
And what did you use on it again?
Firebolt.
You know, you set this bear on fire. Like, Smokey would be very offended because some of the flames have, like, gone to hit. Like, you
I'm
are
gonna-
so freaked out about the snakes, so upset about the bugs and the mud, and your skirt is torn, that you just fucking decimate this bear. Like,
If
no
we're
one...
dropping out of combat order, she's gonna immediately cast Ray of Frost afterwards to try and, like, make sure there's a head
Yeah.
still on the bear.
Yeah, no, there is still a head on this very barbecued bear, but the pelt cannot be used for anything. So, yeah, no, that bear is very dead.
Wow.
So
now we
you're
know
now
for next
standing in this clearing with these 2 massive black bears.
Hell yeah, nobody took any damage. Easy money, son.
One doesn't have a head, one is burned to a crisp, but I mean, you killed them, so
That'll
good
be
job.
Hell
We
yeah.
went through one round of combat. That took 6 seconds.
Yeah,
Yes, to
no,
do
I
that
have
to
to
those
I just have to make a few notes. Just, it's fine.
Damn it.
She's becoming
Cool.
self-aware.
This has
Alright.
been a stressful day. Let's cut the other fucking head off and go get paid.
I'm gonna take some claws.
Okay.
I would like a bear pelt. No, so what's
Yeah,
actually
same.
gonna happen is we're gonna take the bears, like Remember's gonna pick them up and take them back to the cart. And then once they have them near the cart where it's easy to transport, she's gonna teach Archie how to dress a bear.
But not getting the cart dirty, right?
Not getting the cart dirty. We brought a tarp or something.
Nice.
But we're gonna like section it out so we can sell the meat and so we can keep the pelts and the claws.
Mhm.
Alright, so
Give a
you
claw to
spend we'd say that would take a couple hours to properly do it.
It's
So we'll say like what, 3 hours? So 3 hours after completely destroying this bear, you know, Archie has now gotten his first real kill of something in.
Ooh, Archie.
You dress down this bear and you return to the bounty hall with
Hold on,
With a-
is there a butcher somewhere?
that would probably be, I think, the Dewdrop Inn is kind of like where there's like the more like merchanty area.
We gotta take the
So there's
heads
like
to...
general store kind of stuff over there. There's
I
like
need to sell the meat fast though.
Yeah, but we
there's-
gotta take the heads to Dunmore first. So we...
Bunmore.
Yeah, Bunmore.
Dumbledore.
Bunmore first so we can get paid.
Yeah, but we gotta sell the meat first
just
because
take
we've got
scraps
the
of
heads,
meat
but we've
and
just
like-
got like the meat and the pelt separated from the heads.
Well, I
If you-
mean, sometimes
Do you want to
butchers want
take
the heads
if you want to
too.
take someone to go take the heads to Bunmore while everyone else like goes?
We split the party.
Yeah, I can. Angharad can go with the heads because
Can
I'm
I
dealing
take
with the
2
party.
sets of claws?
Okay.
Okay.
So
So 4
how many?
total?
No, so... Oh, I guess 2 hands, 2 paws worth.
It's a set.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you take essentially. I think there's a bear has what, 4?
I think it's 4 pads. Is
Well,
it 5?
we can
I
Google
think
this
they
shit.
have 5.
How many?
Okay.
Hey, Google, when I typed in how many claws does it auto-filled a bear have? 5. It has 5 toes.
Okay,
on each
so
So I've
you-
got 10 bear claw.
Yeah, you have 10 bear claws.
It's so cute. Grabby hands. Sarah used to do that to me all the time. She'd be like, grabby hands. I'm like, stop, I don't like it.
Yeah, I'd go. Gimme.
I don't think any of my spell components are.
Bear related.
Bear
Do you need this?
And then I also... we're keeping some of the bear hide? Some of the fur?
Yeah, we'll keep the
pelts?
pelt, and then we'll. The biggest thing is it's really important to remember that nothing goes to waste. So she's taking the meat to whoever can use it
You
fastest.
can't use the pelt though, because she said it was burned beyond
No,
repair.
there's
Well, one of
one
them
of
was.
For one of them.
One of
Yeah.
them.
So we keep the pelt.
Yeah, we keep for the one bear.
Can we put little hand like slips on
As
it?
in, we're keeping like it's being kept by all of us. We're not selling it.
Well, Daniel's not getting the whole damn thing. We're gonna
I'm not
fight
gonna
about
take the
that.
whole thing. I just
Yeah,
want
like
like
he
a good
can't.
piece of it.
He would take up like 8 arms.
Okay.
Take what?
You'd take up like an arm of the bear.
It's
'cause
for
you're so little.
materials, okay?
You're really
Okay.
It's
So
not for me.
remember, teaches Archie how to trade. Apparently,
Yes.
she's teaching him everything. And you guys go around to the general market area, and people who were there when you brought the Manticore through, they see you carting something into town, and they already get excited. And a couple of them are like already vying for like another Manticore spike or something. And when they see that it's just bears, they're like, yeah, okay, whatever, and kind of like go off to do their own thing.
They still love us.
They're still excited, but because things are dead, but people are weird. But they go ahead, and the butchers and a couple of the innkeepers do come out. There's a tabaxi woman with like blue hair that comes out, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I'll take half of that." And she like gestures, and this elf follows after her, and he like helps take some of the meat. And they give you for all of these bears, like the meat and everything, you're left with nothing. Like they just kind of cleave it and take what they can. And they give you about 26 gold all together for the bears. Yeah.
Do
Is
we want? Is that
They
going
like
into party
bears,
fund or
too.
is that going into personal funds?
Can we negotiate that up to 30? 30 is a nice, like, rounds. Good number.
You can roll for it.
bears, too.
Okay. Anybody want to?
Yeah, I'll assist.
Okay, cool.
This is good quality.
You aren't there.
I'm not.
You took
you're
the
right.
heads.
You're right. I'm not.
Remember, it's not trying to turn a profit. She's just trying to get rid of the meat, so she takes what it is.
Wow.
Y'all took the heads.
Well,
So
I'm
this is
going
rolling
off
to
of
increase it.
how much like a meal goes for, and how much they need to make a profit off of it. So, yeah,
So.
you'll probably if you go.
Why are
around
you
the-
rolling? You're not there.
Yeah, I am. I
He
did
is.
take
Yeah,
the heads.
Angharad took the heads.
Oh, okay. I thought you
Yeah.
went with Angharad.
No, so that's charisma.
Yeah.
Okay. 16. Not enough.
Nope. They're 26 is what you get for 2 bears, and one is badly singed, and they have to like cut off a large portion of the meat anyway. So, all right. So you return to Bunmore with these 2 heads, and he just kind of stands there. He's like,
I have to have him come out to the cart to come get them for me because I can't.
I'm
not.
Servants,
The
come get
labor.
these.
I'm not a strong individual.
he
That's a
comes
lie.
out.
I'm actually pretty.
He
strong.
comes out and he looks at you and he looks at the heads and he's like, "You're not strong enough to carry those."
More accurately. Oh wait. Fuck.
Crunch.
More accurately, they are gross and they don't.
And he's like, "Yeah, those are fucking bad. What did you do to them?" And he like lifts one up by the ears and he's like holding it at you and he's like, "Yeah, look at that. What'd you do to that?" And like getting closer and closer with it. It's the one that's like, you singed the fuck out of this thing. It's like all blackened and just gross.
She like one finger kind of pushes it to the side so she can see his face. I burned the fuck out of it.
That's accurate. And he like takes both heads and he like goes inside with them. Alright. So, y'all are in town.
Wait.
Yeah, you know, he sends another betrayer out with the money. So you get 400
She said,
gold
"Where's that
pieces.
money?"
Bitch, better have my money.
You get 400 gold pieces for the bears.
Okay, so how do we want to split all of that up?
Should we put what we got for the bears into the group fund and then divide the rest?
So the 26 would go in the group fund and divide the 400, or
Yeah.
okay, there.
Can Archie help divide the money and start working on his accounting badge?
I mean, that doesn't
Oh my
divide
God.
perfectly.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't.
But what we could do is.
Divide it evenly and then split up the remainder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
That's
put
what I
it
was
in
thinking.
the group pot.
So we would do like 60.
5 a person, I think.
We could. I was
Yeah,
just
and that
gonna,
would be 390.
I was just gonna go 60 a person, and then put the rest in the group fund.
We have
Okay.
to have money for hotels and shit.
Okay.
Because that would be 360 out of it, so we'd have 40 left to go into the party fund, and we'd each
Yeah.
get 60 gold from like 3 hours of work.
Sounds good.
Not a bad take.
So everybody
It
gets
was
60 gold.
probably closer to like 4 or 5, like with how long it took you guys to head out
Still
and
not
find
bad.
them, and yeah, it wasn't long, but you guys did get back about early afternoon.
Sorry,
What
I'm
would-
counting.
No, that's fine. So you've got people in town who now know that if they see you coming in with a cart, you've probably got something that they want to get.
Or a bloody manticore over your head.
What time of day is it now?
It's about early afternoon.
Do we want to take another one? And just, again, kill time until we can go do our jewel heist?
We gotta plan the jewel heist first, though, yeah.
I mean, my plan was basically just to,
Sneak in.
Buff Temzin, throw him
buff
inside.
Temzin and throw him in.
I
Like,
mean, alright, sure.
maybe distract the dude while he's going.
Give them a little
Well,
short
we
shimmy.
can go over strategy. I think we have time to go kill a spider.
Yeah, let's go kill a spider. Pest control, you dig?
How easy we did that. We're gonna be fucked up.
None of us took any
No,
damage.
you have to keep the stats that you
I
had
think
them
we
at.
both. I think we both
Do
burned
I?
one spell slot. Like, and
I
Jade.
used a cantrip.
No, you used. Oh, I burned one spell slot.
This is
We
Reagan's
can put it to a
hesitation.
vote.
Remembers Helen.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as your character, who's all in to go kill a spider?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, we're going to kill a spider.
Alright, so
Archie goes, I've never actually seen a spider. You know, they kept it pretty clean at the mansion. So
You've never played Minecraft before.
Settle up your asshole,
You're
kid.
14, don't you like
Yes.
14 or something. PUBG.
alright, so do you group up with everyone and then they're like, yeah, we want to take care of the spider too?
Can we take Harry with us?
You gotta ask Bunmore.
Bunmore! Where is Harry?
He's off working somewhere.
Bring him back. We want him to go with us.
Then we gotta pay him.
We have to pay him. It's the thrill of the hunt.
Oh, goodness.
You want to take Harry.
Yes, he served us well many times in the past.
He's like, alright. Can someone go find Harry?
Well, yeah, Harry's fine with that.
And so Harry comes in.
Hell yeah.
And he's in his white betrayer's uniform. He was probably on guard somewhere in the castle. What did I call it? Yeah, it's a castle. And he looks at you all and he's like, "Oh, hi. What are we doing?
Harry!
Is it
Help us
another-
kill something.
Is it another manticore?"
It is not a manticore. It is a spider. Many more legs, many more eyes. Let's go, Teds.
Okay.
Let's go ahead. Doesn't talk either.
And then Bunmore's like, "Oh, you're going Harry." And he like marks an X and he's like, "See you when you get back." And
Where
Harry's
is-
like, do I have to?
Harry, you are not backing down from a challenge. I thought I trained you better than that.
Do I have to? He's like looking at everybody else. Like he's even looking at Archie like, Mr. Archibald, do I have to come along with this? I could stay here and stay on guard where there are no
Let me
spiders.
ask you this. Have you lost your sense of adventure completely? Where is that fighting spirit that we all knew and loved? The good old Harry. We called you Harry, go get him.
You called? Why? When did you call me that?
All the time. Because you'd always go out on your wacky adventures. Don't you remember?
Now, would you actually call him that, Archie?
Yeah, all the time.
No, I'm asking you this like out of character.
Yep. No, he's making it up.
All right, cool. Mark that. Do 1 mark against your divine oath, please.
What does that mean?
The divine oath has a few key parts of it. Let me get back to it.
The orange means money happened.
Where did it go?
Also, our party fund has 90 gold
Sorry,
pieces
just give me
and 4
1
silver.
second. I find it.
Not bad.
Okay.
We'll buy a keep soon.
Traits of devotion. Though the exact words and scriptures of the oath and devotion vary, paladins of this oath share these tenets. Honesty. Don't lie or cheat. Let your word be your promise. Courage. Never fear to act, though caution is wise. Compassion. Aid others, protect the weak, and punish those who threaten them. Show mercy to your foes, but temper it with wisdom. Honor. Treat others with fairness, and let your honorable deeds be an example to them. Do as much good as possible while causing the least amount of harm. Duty. Be responsible for your actions and their consequences. Protect those entrusted to your care and obey those who have just authority over you. So you can come up with how that works in relation to your Boy Scout code of ethics, but that would be 1 mark against your divine oath.
What do you mean 1 mark against that? What is that?
When you break your oath, it damages your spellcasting abilities. It damages a lot of your divine things that are going on. And if you get to a point where you break your oath entirely, you have to spend a long rest either making amends for that, or you may change your class entirely.
To the oath breaker?
Yep, you can do Oathbreaker, or you could just change to like a rogue or a fighter or a barbarian. Like you may change who you are completely.
We need a rogue.
But just, I'm not saying that your oath has been broken. I'm just saying that, like, I'm marking it down, and I want you to mark it down so that you know that you do have one mark against your divine oath.
Do those reset or?
Yeah, they can reset after like a long rest, after praying, after doing whatever it is that like we haven't really discussed like a god or anything like that, but you have ways of kind of getting that back. But yeah, that is one mark against divine oath.
All right, can I still roll persuasion?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I'm not telling you not to do it. It's just kind of like one of those things of, you know, these behaviors might change your alignment. These behaviors might change this or might change that. This is like one of those, you've like one mark kind of thing.
Okay. 12 plus 5 is 17.
Oh, he believes you. He believes you entirely. And he kind of nods and he's like, well, I mean, I guess so. And he's like, I'll go change and meet you at the gate. And he heads off to go get his armor and all that fun stuff. So Bunmore continues to chuckle to himself. He's absolutely delighted by this. And he informs you that the spider has been spotted to the southwest of the city.
It was just Anne Spider?
That's all he's been aware of.
Ah, Bunmore with your great statistics.
He doesn't give a shit.
Southwest.
Yes.
Let's go sniff her out.
Yes, hello. Public service announcement. I just wrote spooted.
Sure. Alright. So, we need background music, I think.
Okay, what kind do you want?
Let's get some just generic fantasy music. Alright, so you guys head out with Harry. And where's Jade?
Erin's not feeling too well.
Oh, okay. Does she want to like have Jade stay behind?
We can bring her with her. She might come back. She just left for a little bit.
Yeah, that's
So-
okay. That's alright.
I will keep you guys updated.
Okay, cool. So Jade decides that this is the best time to learn how to drive the cart and lead a horse with a cart. And so she's the one driving. And you all some of you can fit in the cart. It's not very big. It's mostly for like moving things around the farm. And you head south towards that southwestern facing road that you passed on your way out to go fight the bears. And yeah, you're just kind of walking along.
Wow.
What do you do?
I will look around and see if I can see anything that would point me towards the spider, tracks, anything like that. See if I can't. What would that be?
That would be probably investigation.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be like, Jade, you want to talk to some more of your animal friends?
It's a 10.
You're a little put off about the fact that you're going after a spider. And you're not really sure, like you see like a spider skittering along like a branch, and you don't know if that's like the sign that, you know, spider is that way, but you do see like a spider on a branch. It's just like a normal sized spider.
I'm just gonna mage hand, pick it up, and put him in my jar.
That's right, you need spider.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so Harry sees this and he just kind of shudders.
My jar, like I have just like a little mason jar in my bag of spiders.
How do they breathe?
They don't.
This is a Jade moment where she's like a bee.
He's sleeping. Alright, so anyone else perceptioning for the spider?
Perceptioning.
It's a 1.
I would like to track that animal with survival and not perception.
Alright. You decide. Saffeine is trying to, like, find something that tracks a spider and instead, like, runs into a tree.
That's a damn.
Archie rolled a 3. His wisdom is a -1.
Ooh.
Archie knows how to track a bear. He doesn't know how you track a spider.
He doesn't know what a spider looks like.
He's just kind of like, well, you saw the little jar of them that he would have seen the jar that Angharad has, but he doesn't know how to find them. So he's just kind of like lifting up a leaf every now and then, and he's like, nope, no spiders here.
Temzin only rolled a 10, so there's nothing helpful
Guys,
there.
we're not gonna be able to find this spider.
Is there anything obvious, like web or anything like that?
Let me see how long it's gonna take you guys to find the spider.
Oh my gosh.
We know the direction to head, though.
Mhm.
And that's the direction we're heading.
So heading along this path, the 7 of you? Yeah, the 7 of you, because Harry. The 7 of you start following the river. And you start seeing patches of web. Like, you see it kind of like encasing, like a squirrel over there, or what would have been a squirrel at one point. You see web kind of like in the trees. And there's definitely signs here along the river that there's something big hanging out.
Any items you can make with spider web?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
I was like, I could start creating some. No.
Not with
Spider
anything
web
I'm
is a
taking
very
right now.
powerful and strong material.
Spider itself, yes. Web, not yet.
Those eyes.
So, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to? What are you like? You're finding big patches of web and stuff like that.
Good. This is good. Anybody's got any potions or spells?
Hey Archie, you want to get your trapping badge?
Oh boy!
We'll teach you how to be bait.
How do you guys know about all these badges? If I didn't know any better, it would sound like you're just arbitrarily making them up to fit whatever situation we're in, but you guys probably really read up on the order, huh?
Yeah, we got a packet from Una.
Oh, great. You guys could be in the order one day, right?
I'm already in an order, but yeah. No thanks.
All right.
Alright.
Also, I'm really excited about this new armor because essentially your member has just become Wolverine, and anytime they're in a situation that makes her like mildly uncomfortable, she just.
Yeah, I guess we should just kind of. Is the webbing clumps heading in a certain direction?
They're heading along the river.
Okay, I guess we should just follow the river.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, we're gonna follow the web along the river. Why is a spider hanging out near the water?
Okay. So
Spider.
you continue down, following these patches of web, and at one point Harry pauses and he's like, you know, I think that cave is like another mile down this way. And he's just like, huh. And then he kind of like veers off towards, following the web with you
The
guys.
cave.
Talking
Like,
about the cave, like the one we
The
didn't
one that
go
was
to.
on the bounty board, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Do we have to accept the bounty to claim it?
No. You don't have to go there. Like, if you know it's there and you do something about it, you can still go there.
Let's see how fucked up we get with this spider, and then maybe we'll knock out all the bounties in one day. 100 ahead of whatever we find, but we don't know what's in there.
Alright, so you continue to follow the webbing into the trees. It kind of veers away from the river a little bit. Like, there's still, like, things that look like have been killed here, and there's still, like, patches of web here. Like, the ground is kind of sticky in places. But you continue to go into the trees, but as you go in, the trees are clumped together. Like, branches have been twisted together. There's, like, web around, and you're definitely heading to where it is. What do you do?
Stealthily approach.
Yeah.
Stealth check.
Try and get the drop on it, but it's not gonna happen, but we're gonna try.
Archie got 16.
Natural 20. That is my third of the night.
13.
I like this set.
18.
Alright, cool. Yeah,
21.
Harry got a natural 20 with that one.
Harry!
So he is soundless. His fear has made him the wind. So, yeah. You guys continue in. And everyone roll perception for me.
Natural 20!
Great, roll my dice.
Woo! Archie, what was that?
18.
I also
Nice.
got an 18.
We're rolling.
Just a 20 plus your perception.
No, for what are we rolling
A
for?
perception check.
Oh, okay.
Perception check, yeah.
Sorry,
Alright,
I missed
so-
that. I was checking to make sure I rolled
No,
the right way
that's
last time.
So,
Ooh, that's not
you...
great. 12.
Alright, so... The highest ones were Saffeine. Harry, remember what did you remember?
18.
Remember, what did... Archie, what did you get again?
18.
Okay. Everyone who rolled over 15, you hear an odd clicking noise. And you hear a kind of a scrape sound as something moves through the trees. The webs now are so heavy and so dense that there's really not much foliage to rustle.
Why are you writing your own worst nightmare? What are you doing right now?
And there's
Because
Frodo
this is the
on
way.
ground.
Because this is the way to. This is the way to write something
Recovery.
well. All right, so yeah, you guys hear something big moving through this web, and something rattles in the tree. Yes, and a small shape, roughly the size of a large apple,
Oh.
falls and splits. And 1,000 tiny spiders
Ah!
Gather them, Angharad, gather them!
go under the
Jars.
Jars. All right, so what do you want to do?
Nasty. Remember has
Jump.
Harry has proceeded to like leap back towards the rear of the party.
A damn mood, Harry. I've got my armor engaged, so if any of these tiny assholes touches me,
They're like normal spider size, but the fact that they have come out of what is essentially an egg, but they're like the size of like a wolf spider.
I'm going to sacred flame the ground.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
And
action.
I'm going to leash a firebolt where I think the egg came from.
Okay, go ahead.
Rolling.
They have to make a dex
That's
save
a-
of 14.
18 plus something plus 6. That's a 24 to hit.
You torch all the little spiders, and you in fact torch a section of the web that was on the ground.
Frodo.
You clear a section of the ground that's roughly like 15 feet in diameter, and
That's
you
the
hear something snap
Oh shit.
from where you sent the firebolts up into the tree.
Do
No,
we
thank
roll
you.
initiative?
No,
Yeah,
not yet.
don't say that until she asks
Um,
you.
Not yet.
That's like asking the teacher for homework, bro.
And you hear something snap, and another egg casing drops. But this one you've torched beyond really
Oh,
recognition, and it again splits. But the spiders inside have been burned and are dead.
That good.
Did that at least.
Good job.
Little did they know there's 20 more
I know,
eggs
right?
in the trees.
That's not what I was going for.
Hi, sir.
I need everyone to roll perception.
Damn it. Oh no,
The
this is gonna
suspense!
be
It's
like
killing me!
critical roll when it keeps popping
So-
up invisible spider
One,
sound.
not natural. His perception's -1, roll 2.
Okay, cool.
I might possibly need to balance this die, because that's my 4th natural 20.
Shut up, stop asking
It's
questions.
fine, don't ask questions.
You happen to still be looking where you sent the firebolt. Who rolled over 18?
Oh, I got 16 of them.
No
I
one?
got a 7.
Except for you. So Jade, back with Harry, she's like, I can talk to spiders, like just like really getting under his skin. You happen to still be looking where that egg fell from, and you see at least half a dozen bright red eyes flash open.
Good.
And a
good,
spider leaps out of the
No.
tree.
Right.
Good.
This spider is not the size of Temzin. The spider is not the size of Fitzum.
Oh.
The spider is roughly the size of like Bunmore's older brother. This massive spider that's at least 4.5 feet long just lunges out of the trees straight at Archibald. And
Spider.
rolled a 19.
Ooh.
Damn. Hey, hold on, wait. I want to do a thing.
That just hits.
Well, I guess I didn't have like high enough perception to see this happening, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay,
No, that's why I had you all roll.
Okay.
And you are going to take roll a Constitution save.
I can make. If he's poisoned, I can do something about this.
Save.
Yeah, roll a Constitution save.
16.
16. Okay, you do take 6 damage, but you do not get poisoned.
Great.
Good job.
All right. So everybody else, roll for initiative.
Dun dun.
Can Archie roll an initiative?
Yep.
16.
Okay.
5.
10.
17.
17. What did Remember get?
7.
28.
Okay. Let's see. 5. Harry's down here.
That's how Jared taught me the prison break code. It's the utility door.
1738.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's like, it's like
Alright.
that song, you know, that the kids are singing instead of 1738, 17.
Jade is
but the
back.
opposite.
Jade is going to sit out this fight because I don't have her character sheet. Anyways, so the spider just went. Temzin, your turn.
I'm going to. Well, how far is the spider? Is it on the ground? It's on the ground, right?
It's on the ground with you guys.
Does it just try to attack Archie?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
within 20 feet of you.
Okay, cool. I'm going to run up and sucker punch that thing with the knee.
Okay.
So it's not a punch, but it's a knee. I'm just gonna like run up, jump up, and knee the thing in one of its eyeballs that I can see.
Okay.
18.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, and I'm going to do another 4. Oh wait. 9 damage.
All right. Angharad, it's your turn.
Did I like crack the eyelids?
I'm gonna just
You definitely heard it.
fucking do this because I want to see it happen. I'm excited.
Okay.
So, I'm going to cast Enlarge on Remember.
Yeah!
So I take a pinch of iron out of my bag. I whisper the incantation and throw it to where she is next to me. And she grows,
Hell yeah.
double in all dimensions.
Hell yeah.
Weight is multiplied by 8.
Dang.
Oh,
You
How
are,
much does she
Do I
normally weigh?
fall to the ground under the weight of my own bones?
were you large before?
Yeah, I'm large class
So you're
size.
now above large, whatever the next one is.
It's like
giant.
huge giant.
It's gigantic.
Hefty.
It's literally like large, gigantic.
Yeah, if there's not enough room, she grows as large as she can. Until it ends, you have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws, which I believe includes attack rolls.
Yeah.
So
So you're what, like 16 feet tall?
Your
I want to
weapons.
step on this thing.
It's literally a normal sized spider.
I want to step
Yeah.
on this spider.
Your weapons grow to match your new size, and while the weapons are enlarged, you deal a d4 of extra damage with each of them.
All
So
right.
you get advantage on every attack roll and an extra d4 of
She's
damage.
fucking delighted. This is the happiest she's ever been in her entire life, and she just does not stop yelling.
So you shoot up. How high are you normally?
8 foot.
You're normally. You shoot up to 16 feet to the point where you only have like 3 feet above you to where like the trees are, and to where it's just this thick canopy of webbing. And from your new vantage point, you can see a couple egg clusters in the tree.
Crush. Crush.
And
Crush.
it's your turn.
Smash. So the first thing Remember is going to do is point where all the egg sacs are to everybody that's down on the ground and just be like, they're right here, and there's one here as well, and this one.
And there
Don't break them over my head.
are 4 of them.
Okay. She points them out to everybody else so they know exactly where they are. And then, see, I want to step on this thing, but I don't feel like you're going to let me do damage if I just step on the damn thing. Or I won't be able to do as much damage if I stab it.
You can roll. Stomping will be a D8.
But if I use my stabby thing,
You get multiple.
You can
attacks.
just be like,
Stomp
20
against
points.
it.
I'm just gonna put my sword down right here. Oh, there was a spider.
Oops.
It's dead now.
Okay, then she's going to use the Icula again. And I get advantage on these?
Yep.
Do not need it. That was a 19. Which is a...
Roll again to see if you crit.
Fuck, I can't do math. That was a 24. I will roll again to see if I crit. That'd be hilarious. I do not crit, but that was a 24 to hit.
Okay, yeah, no, that hits.
Hell yeah. Okay.
So normal damage plus a d4.
That's gonna be 3 plus 3 is 6. So 8 points of damage.
Alright, so you stab down into the spider, and at its new size, your Yucula, like, takes out a couple of its eyes. Like, you just stab right down into its head.
Nice. Give me a second, let me make sure I can't do anything else. Because I got some new things to work with. I gotta figure out.
You know, this spider is suffering. And Harry is just freaking out.
Beautiful Harry. I love him.
Oh, yeah, where did I not? I put him at the bottom there. Yeah. He goes actually he goes instead of the black one. I need to make Archie a new one. I think I'll make Archie silver.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my bonus action to use a new feature that I have, which is called Strategic Inspiration.
Nice.
On your turn, choose one creature other than yourself within 60 feet of you who can hear you. That creature gains 1 Strategic Inspiration die, a d6. Once within the next 10 minutes, a creature can roll the die and add the number rolled to 1 attack roll it makes. The creature can wait until after it rolls the d20 before deciding to use the inspiration die, but must decide before the DM says whether the roll succeeds or fails. And then you can either use it for the attack roll or the damage roll.
Okay.
So she's going to shout out to Archie, her protege.
Oh, yeah.
And, Archie, you did fantastic with the bear. Let's make it 2 for 2.
You cut out there right at the end.
I don't know, it's just yelling nonsense. You're good. You get a d6 to whatever.
Alright. So it is now Safine's turn.
Yay! Would it be more beneficial if I killed the egg sacs? Or
Probably. Do
Yeah,
you
I
have
think
range?
that's what I'm gonna
Okay.
go for next time, I think.
I'm going to use Sacred Flame,
Mm-hmm.
and they have to
Sacred
do
flame
a
his
dex save.
face.
They have to beat 14.
Okay.
The egg sacs?
The egg sacs, they have to.
I'm gonna roll with disadvantage since they can't move.
Ooh, whoops. Accidental, sorry.
No.
Yay! 5.
Yeah, no, you take them out.
All of them?
You take out. How far does Sacred
60
Flame go?
feet.
Oh yeah, you'd hit all 4 of them. But when they hit
Oh,
the
no.
ground, not all the spiders are dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can live with
How
that.
many are on the
You've
ground?
still
right
got a bunch of. We'll say there's probably about 20 spiders on the ground now that are alive.
Gross.
But the egg sacs have been taken out.
Sacs.
All right, Archie, it's your turn.
Oh boy, oh boy. I am going to channel my divinity again
All right.
to my weapon,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm going to cast Bless on the team.
All right.
Ooh.
So you're not attacking this turn then?
No, he saw what Remember did to him. He's like, well, I can help too.
Nice.
You bless up to 3 creatures of your choice within range whenever a target makes attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends. The target can roll a d4.
All right. Well, this spider is now going. Actually, no, it's Harry's turn. Forgot he's with everybody.
Nice.
You just did this to have another person.
Yes.
So Harry goes lunging forward with his sword, and he hits 2d6.
I think this is something for work I gotta take.
That's fine. Okay. He does 10 damage.
Damn.
Let's go,
Harry.
Okay, so he swipes down and lops off a leg.
So now that Remember's twice as big, she's got like a modulated voice, so it's like way deeper than it should be. So every time she's like yelling, "Yes, Harry, well done."
He's horrified by the spider. He's a little concerned that like you're going to step on him. And now the spider is actually going to lunge at Saffeine
No.
because it saw what it did to its babies.
I'm gonna use protection.
Okay.
Are we within? I'm fucking huge. We're probably within 5 feet of each other.
Oh yeah,
right?
no, you're within.
Choice. Okay, I am going to.
This is the best decision I've ever
Hell yeah.
I was gonna say, is it passing me? Because I was like right next to it.
Still wielding my shield, so I am imposing disadvantage
Okay.
on you.
So I have to roll
Twice and take the lower.
Well, it's good that I had to do that because I rolled a 20. And 13.
That doesn't hit. I don't
Alright. So it lunges at you, but glances off of Remember's shield.
Yeah.
Temzin, your turn.
Alright, I'm going to unarmed strike it again.
You guys, we almost know what we're doing.
Wow.
Damn.
17.
That hits.
Nice.
I have to like change the AC of everything. I have to like
No.
adjust all the numbers.
8 damage. I'm just gonna kick it in one of the other eyes. Flying kick.
8 damage, you said?
Yep.
Yeah, no, you fly at this thing and you hear its exoskeleton crack and it hisses and like clicks.
Yeah.
It's bitey, whatever fucking thing a
Mandibles.
spider has.
Pinchers.
Mandibles.
Spider things. It clicks its spider things at you and it kind of like scrabbles on the ground and its legs like curl up into itself.
Is it dead?
It's dead.
Yeah.
Good job.
Nice.
Kicked its brains in.
Next question, since I'm next, are all the little baby spiders like within 10 feet of each other?
They're scattering off towards the trees, so but you have to
Kill
have to
them.
kill them.
Are they? But for
They're
the moment,
within-
since it's only been like
they're-
6 seconds, are they
Yeah,
like?
they're still within 10 feet of each other.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Earth Tremor.
Okay.
Tremor in the ground within range, so it's a 10-foot area. Each creature other than you in the area must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 1d6 bludgeoning damage and is knocked prone.
What do I have to hit? Like, what do I have to meet?
Dex of 14.
No, that is a 9.
Okay, so then
So
they're
they
all
all-
gonna take 1d6 bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
and they're all prone.
Okay.
Damn.
So 4 bludgeoning damage to all the baby spiders.
Okay, and they're all on their backs. They're still alive, but they're... Yeah. And then...
But now
Remember.
they can't run.
Remember,
Are we still
squish.
in initiative?
There's
Yeah,
a
'cause
lot
all the little baby
baby spiders are
spiders.
still alive.
Squish
Are
them.
they capable of attacking us?
Not
No, they're
anymore.
they're all prone, so they're all like they've been like knocked over.
But if
they're
we
like,
let them go,
I want
Then
to
in a
step
month.
on the baby spiders with my big
go
feet.
ahead and roll.
Cool. Is it automatically 1d8 or do I have to roll?
Roll to actually.
Do I get advantage because they're
Yeah.
prone, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I
yeah.
have
When
to-
something is prone like that, you get advantage.
Okay. Sure. That's a. What do I add to this? Just using my feet. Do I?
I'd say roll dex.
Okay. Well, that's a 12.
Okay, well that would still hit.
Cool.
was
Yeah.
that an advantage?
Huh?
You have advantage. Was
Oh
that
yeah,
an
that's right. I have
advantage?
advantage. Never mind. Hell yeah, that is what I'm talking about. A 19.
Yeah, no, that definitely hits.
Choice. Thank you. Okay. That's a 7.
You know, you splatter every last little spider, and you are now in this webby kind of spot in the woods with a giant spider corpse that's bigger than Temzin and a bunch of dead little baby spiders.
So
Awesome.
Now I gotta carry this back.
I
I'm
remember
going
just
to.
like picks it up and is holding it like under her arm like a football.
Does the spider? Because you know how spiders usually have hairs.
Yeah,
Does
it's
it have
got
like
the
big
bristles.
like how like are the bristles more almost like needles because it's so big or?
No, it's still bristles. You can't
Okay.
use them.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Angharad's gonna.
Can I
For
take
your
some poison from its
dark
fangs?
I know, right?
Sorry.
You can roll to get poison from it. I'll let you do that.
Okay,
Roll a
what do you want?
d20.
Okay. Just a d20?
Yep.
Also, I didn't calculate what we got from the bears.
17.
Each person took
Yeah,
60
you can
to
get
the
one
personal
vial of
fund.
poison.
Oh, to
Nice.
the personal
Spider.
fund.
60
So
gold to your
mark that
personal
down
fund,
as one vial of spider
and
venom.
then the party fund went to 90 gold.
Okay.
because of what we added.
Okay.
I'm gonna scoop up whatever I can of what's left of these egg sacs. There should be 6 in total from what I'm understanding.
Yep.
So Angrad's gonna bring those with us
We
because
probably sell that to an alchemist.
Yep. Well, and that's proof that we killed more than just the one spider. So we might get something for that.
Okay.
If I can roll
We
a good
stopped
persuasion.
hundreds of babies coming.
We should
So
get 100
Harry is standing off to the side and he's like, good job, good job. That's a good, it's a good job, everybody. And he's just very pleased for you, and he is not coming near it.
Hi, you said that the cave that has been causing some trouble recently is around here somewhere?
Yeah, it was just a mile or so down the river, I think.
Do you know what kind of trouble it has been causing?
We've heard some weird things, something about worms, but
Oh my god.
no. I know what you're thinking. Love that.
Oh my god.
They're not purple, are they?
Oh my god.
Little motherfucking worms, those things breathe fire, and most of us are out of spell slots.
Actually, I'm about half right now.
Can we go
Only my
fishing?
cantrips.
Because
Yeah.
I love that. Remember we went fishing last time, guys?
Oh, how could we forget?
All right, so,
yeah, out of character, I'm at about half. So I have about half of my spells left, and if we take a short rest, I could regain some of that
What
before
time
we
of
go
day is
in.
it?
It's gotta be getting pretty
it's
later
about
now, right?
it's about later afternoon.
So, head back to town,
6,
playing jewelry
7.
heist, come back and fuck things up as long as we don't get arrested.
Well, what?
Yeah, I feel like we can handle the cave. Like, we can go back and get the money for this.
Okay.
Then we can all kind of get a short rest, recover, plan what we want to do as far as the jewels. And then worst case scenario, yeah, we don't get arrested, then we go to the caves tomorrow.
You know what they say, walk away from the table when you're rolling high.
All right, no worries. All right, so you guys head back into town with this now spider corpse in the cart.
Nice.
You're definitely gonna have to clean that for John later. So you get back into town, and Bunmore is waiting for you. Like, he wants to see what you've brought in this time.
100% success.
And again, you've had people like clamoring around, like, oh hey, I want a fang, or I want that leg, and like just even people like mostly kids this time around who are like, no, I want something cool.
Oh.
So do you like sell or give anything to the teenagers as White Flag?
Does Bunmore seem like super disapproving of this, or is he
No,
like?
Bunmore is amused as fuck. Like
They're gonna heck yeah, I'll
in
sell
like
it.
2 days, you guys have been like clearing off the bounty board.
Yo, all his soldiers suck.
When the betrayers have been like, oh, that's not important, and like kind of like gone to do other things.
These
Yeah.
betrayers suck. They don't
Yeah.
get anything done.
Before we sell stuff, does anybody want anything from the spider?
I don't think there's
DM
anything else
ruling.
I would like.
Okay. For spider climb, would it become more effective if I use pieces of this spider or like a little spider?
Take a leg.
Just regular spiders.
Okay, cool. Then I don't have any use for this. So
Okay.
yeah, we can sell it.
So
Is it possible to like dig out its web sack?
That's
I
disgusting.
hate that phrase.
Listen, spider web is the strongest material known man, and if we can harvest it, I'm sure that's handy.
That's gonna go great with that orc lube we got earlier.
Oh my god.
Hey, that'll help them not stick to the web.
Horrible.
Roto. Worst
go
bondage
ahead
plan I've
and
ever heard.
roll with disadvantage to harvest the spider gland web. The spider web
That's-
gland.
That's okay. I don't care about it that much.
A sack, if you will.
Alright.
Web gland, spider web.
We can
gland.
just start hacking off parts of the
Spider
leg
web
and throwing it
gland.
out to the kids.
Alright, so you
You're
see
throwing what out to the kids? Also
Legs!
down at the wrong point in that conversation.
We're hacking off parts of the legs and throwing it to the kids because they want some.
Are they offering to pay us, or are we just throwing them out there for free?
it's mostly kids and like teenagers and stuff.
Give us
this
a
time around.
copper.
No, we're just cutting off little like 2-inch slices of the leg and just here's a piece of leg.
You
Here's
hear,
a piece
you,
of
hear,
leg.
you hear one kid at the back, I want a pointy bit.
You're a pointy bit.
He's like, that's what my dad says.
And Saffeine breaks off an entire, like, whatever the pointiest thing is, and just, like, shoves it in the kid's hand. Take this and go away.
Remember, snatches it out of the kid's hand
He's
and like
like,
breaks.
He's like, oh god.
Wait, hold on.
How long does that last for? Because she would have like lumbered back.
Let me fucking roll up into town.
Oh, it's only a minute.
Okay.
It would have blown off.
So
before we
it
got
would
back.
have. So remember, probably would have been like cheering about her new size
Like, and
as she
deeply
sinks
upset.
down back to still towering over everyone, but only 8 feet tall.
Deeply upset as they walk back.
Remember, I think that this worked very well. We shall have to keep it in mind for the next fight.
Yes, is there any way to make this permanent?
Not without making me permanently tired.
I don't understand.
So you guys head back into town. Bunmore hands you a thing containing 250 gold pieces.
Can I say that I took a short rest on the cart as we were coming back?
Yes, that's fine. Also, you would have gotten 20 silver pieces that are mercantile coins.
Nice.
So essentially 1 gold. Can you touch that? Thank you. So out of your 250 gold, you have 20 silver pieces of that, which equal a gold, but 20 silver of that are mercantile coins.
Ooh la la.
Okay.
Wait,
Should we do 40 gold a person and then?
Sorry, I zoned
That's
out because I was looking at my short rest stuff. So it's 250 gold that he gave us.
Yep.
Anything on top of that?
How much of
No.
it was the mercantile?
Roughly 1 gold of it, split into 20 silver pieces, is mercantile coins. So they have that stamp. And I will be right back. I'm going to use the restroom.
So we have 20 silver mercant.
Yeah, 20 silver mercantile coins and 1 gold mercantile coin.
Okay.
Cool. So 250. Are we paying Harry?
Oh, yeah.
She said it was just for nobility, like for the
thrill of
fight,
the
the thrill of the
We
fight.
should pay Harry.
I mean,
It's
I think
thrill
the
of
party
fight.
fund has benefited well enough today, so we could probably
Yeah.
split it 6 ways. however that best splits up. So 80.
Oh yeah, I think it's like.
No, not 80.
It's like 41 and change a person. So we could just do 40.
Yeah, you're right.
We could divide it 40 gold a person.
40 gold a person.
And then whatever the excess is of that, we could put into the party fund, or we could give to. Oh yeah, that would be 40 to Harry as well. That's a lot to give.
It would
to
be
Harry.
10 to Harry.
Oh, give 10 to Harry.
Yeah, because there's 6
Okay.
of us. So splitting the gold 6 ways, 24 by 6 is 4. So we'd each get 40.
Yeah.
And then 10
Okay.
would go to Harry.
Right.
I'm cool with that.
Okay.
What up?
So everybody gets 40 gold.
Woo. 40 gold. I could buy fancy things.
Wow, there's not a lot of money in the adventuring. Huh.
Maybe you can go back to your trust fund and get some money from there then.
I wish. I don't think my dad set one up for me. He said the only trust fund you need is the courage you can gain by leaving my house. Like, all right.
As it starts playing the stair with Laughlin in the background.
Sad.
Damn.
So one of those golds is the mercantile piece, and then 21 gold worth in silver
Oh, yeah, I
is
have one of
mercantiles.
those. I have one piece. She said that we could use that to get a discount if we purchase things from somewhere else. I wonder if we could purchase anything from the jewelers to get the weird gems. I wonder if we could ask them for anything special. Like, you know,
Instead
like
of robbing
active-
them,
We could try
Like,
before
yeah.
they close, go see if we could.
Yeah, and we'll be like, oh,
that
we got
might make us a little
mercantile
suspicious if somebody
Yeah.
is in there, like
So-
somebody broke in the same night.
gold.
Are you guys having this discussion purely out of character, or are you in character somewhere having this discussion?
Out of character.
Out of
please.
character.
Out of character.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody in the surrounding areas, you know how we're gonna rob someone? Excuse me, Pokemon the movie 2000 is on Hoopla. It has Lugia in it, okay?
What is?
It's a Pokemon movie. The Pokemons.
I don't know. I like the idea of Temzin just sneaking in and being
Okay.
sneaky.
Well, then we got to get rid of Remember for a little while.
Yeah, and like we could do it. We could take the sneakier portions of the party.
Are you going to inform Remember that this is going on, or
No, we're not gonna tell her.
I mean,
That's like telling the cops.
well, I mean, yes and no, because as far as you're aware, this is what you've been asked to do.
yeah, I don't wanna alienate, and I don't think that Remember would like. She might not participate, but I don't think she'd narc.
Yeah.
So.
Well, meanwhile, it's just like I sit on a bench next to her, like not right next to her, but on the other side of the bench, and I'm like, so hypothetically, if we were to need to heist a store to further our cause that we've been hired to do, how would you feel about that?
Does it serve the orders we've been given?
Yes.
This country makes no fucking sense anyway. Let's do it.
All right. This
We're
is
going on a
hypothetical.
heist.
Archie was sitting there, though. He's like, yeah!
He's like on her shoulder, like a parrot.
The wide-eyed kid.
Archibald,
I'm just
Listen to me.
kidding.
This is an art that requires subtlety. Please, for the love of God, please.
Oh, trust me, subtlety's my middle name.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Alright. And then we're gonna get to. We're not going like straight to the bee's knees, I guess. Because I don't think all of us going is a good idea. So,
Let's see if there's a bar next door.
yeah. Somewhere where we could slip into a crowd
What's
and
the
disappear.
tanner? Is that like an actual tanner?
We've
Oh,
got
shit, we
too
could've
many
sold-
shady bitches in this party. Y'all are way too on top of this right now.
We Slytherin all day. We can hang out at the Boar's Head Tavern. I love me some pub subs.
Sure. Wait. Wait. Wait.
Did you just get it?
Everything in this damn town is a reference.
I'm confused.
Boar's head is the brand of meat that they use in Publix.
It's high quality meats.
Wait, so we're all gonna go chat it up at a tavern?
No, we're gonna wait in the tavern.
So the whole party's not standing out front of the jewelers.
But we're at a tavern.
Yeah.
For the moment. While we're there, let's go ahead and plan as best as we can. I have the layout in here somewhere.
Okay, so how many of you are actually at the tavern?
All of them?
All of us, technically. Right, Archie?
Because
We're
we
doing
said
like an Ocean's 11 gala scene where everybody's like drinking champagne flutes and talking in like weird tones.
Alright, so you guys go ahead and head into the Boar's Head Tavern. And you find... Who is it that comes and owns the Boar's Head? That's right. Lexi! A dwarf woman rushes up to greet you all. And she bobs a little curtsy. And she says, "Oh, it's very, very nice to see you all. Are you eating or drinking or staying?"
Yes.
Right. Okay. It is, it's... Hold on, wait. Where is that one? Is that one in the Silver Circle or is that one in Residency Row?
It's in Residency Row.
Alright, room and drink and food and all that is, 1 silver.
We are not in need of accommodation. We are simply here to enjoy ourselves for the night.
Oh, alright then. I thought she just said yes.
She's a little out of it. We apologize.
So no
I
drinks
know
for
what I
her then, or drinks for everybody, or what can I get for you? I just need to know what you want.
Have we already fucked up the first social interaction of this charisma and stealth-based heist? Oh god.
We would simply like
So
a
is
round
this
of
gonna...
drinks.
Oh, never mind.
We would like a round of drinks for the table, madame.
Angharad, killing it.
Thank god.
Yeah, I'm
And
like
she-
soothing some ruffled feathers, trying to like
She
pump the
looks
charisma.
around, counts real quick, and she's like, "Alright, that'll be 10 copper."
Alright. That
Or bronze, or whichever I said it.
do we
Sophie
wanna
loves to confuse people.
take
Which
that?
is 1 silver. 1 silver is 10 bronze.
Okay. Do we want to take that out of the party fund?
Yeah.
Might as well, this is party things.
Also,
You know,
we're gonna
for a party fund, we don't fund many parties.
Oh my god.
worse. We're gonna talk about all of our
You-
things covertly and in casual whispers, though, because we don't want.
Are you
people-
asking her for a corner table then?
Sure.
Yeah, that's not shady as fuck.
How busy is it in here?
It's not super crowded. Most of the people in here are probably travelers and merchants from here and there. There's a couple people eating dinner. Your typical drunk in the corner.
Oh.
And you've got a bard playing on a lute. Off by the fire.
Wow, a bard.
Oh. Temzin's gonna go... What was her name?
Lexi.
Lexi. Temzin's gonna go up to Lexi, and we've had quite a bit of a crazy day so far. We've killed some bears and some spiders. And do you happen to have any like a private room? We would just like to kind of relax and just have some peace to ourselves.
And she has like brought the drinks back to your table and she kind of sits down with her and she's like, "I thought you said you didn't want a room."
Oh my god.
Well, not a room to stay in, just a room for like a
hold
private
on. Time
area.
out. Time out real quick. Out of
I'm
character.
no pillow house.
Time out,
But,
time out.
I can give you a room for a couple hours if that's what you're after.
No, that's okay. That's not what I'm after.
Time out.
I know
Real
that's what
quick.
she's thinking.
Out of character. Our goal in coming here was to blend in with the crowd so that we'd have like alibis.
What's that?
And we already fucked it up.
Who said that?
Oh, we're
We
playing
did.
over.
I didn't hear that.
Huh?
That's because you were getting chips.
What was that,
Well.
Jared?
Said we're blending all right.
Yeah.
It is fine, my dear lady.
Alright,
Thank you
Bill,
for-
different bar.
No, we're good. It's fine.
We
We're
gotta go.
established. She'll remember us. That's what we're going for.
She remembers being shady.
Amber like picks up the drinks. Like, I gotta leave.
Right now, she doesn't seem suspicious of you. She seems like you're a big group of people that has no idea what you want.
That's a damn dude.
And we're gonna go play
Peppers.
Prison Break at 11:50.
Like she sets the drinks down and she's like, all right, well, if you need a room or if you need food, just shout for me. I'll be over there. And then she like rushes off and she's like, yeah, no, they're fine. And she's like, they're definitely gossiping about you behind the bar though.
Good. Okay, so we're established. We're here. Okay. So here's my thought. The Bee's Knees has the front store. Is it, real quick, Sarah, is it the point of the day where it would be open, or have they closed recently?
They're still open.
Still open as of right now? So there's the storefront in the front. Jared, I have an interior picture of the Bee's Knees
Okay.
that we got when we visited, like, the first time. I'll send a picture.
That real quick? Yeah, make sure I have that. Yes, perfect.
Yeah, you sketched it.
Yeah, I know. It's been a couple weeks.
Yeah, I'll send you a picture of it, Jared.
Thank you.
So there's the front storefront that is holds the display cases, and the owner has already shown a certain proclivity towards conversation, should we say? So I do believe it would be in our best interest to maybe provide some distraction while Temzin goes in and does some reconnaissance into exactly what is going on behind the curtain.
Does she live there?
Huh?
Does the person live there?
They're open. So
Oh, I thought we were gonna go once they close.
we could, but we could also make use of the fact that there's a built-in distraction.
Cause we have 3 places to hit up.
That's a real bad picture, sorry. Bee's Knees is where we got the most of a hit.
Right, but then we had the other 2 places as well.
Yeah, we got something from all of the jewelers in town, which means it's a widespread problem. I don't know. Do we want to wait until they close?
What time is it now? It should be.
It's getting closer to dinner time. Sun is still out, but there's not like a whole lot that's.
Well, is there more than one way to enter and exit that building?
You don't know. You've only really gone in through the front.
Yeah, because remember there was no way to get around the back.
Remember.
Like there was no, we would have had to walk all the way around to see the back.
So the thing is,
Thanks.
Huh?
I got the picture, thanks.
Yeah.
so Temzin could hide behind somebody entering,
Mm-hmm.
as long as they're bigger than him.
Do you want to pull
But-
whatever that kid's book was? The one about them staying in the museum. You go in, hide
This is
behind a
Frank.
car.
Frank.
That little Frank Weiler?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank
You go in, hide in a jewelry case, and then just stay until the shop is closed.
I like that idea.
That's a pretty good. That way, I'd also see if there's any like special security
Mm-hmm.
systems
Yeah.
they put in place before they leave.
You'd also be able to observe whatever happens behind the curtain during the day.
But I
while
just have to
they're
have
still
a place to hide.
Like, yeah, you have to. We're relying on there being somewhere for you to.
So if we did that, then it would require getting in, still being hidden when I get in,
Mm-hmm.
finding a place to hide,
Mm-hmm.
hiding until they leave,
Mm-hmm.
and then still being successful in getting out.
And we don't know what kind of enchanted protections are on the building.
Right, and that's my other thing. So I was like,
do I have detect magic? I don't think I have detect magic.
do you have detect magic?
I don't believe.
I think
so.
you have it.
I think I've been acting like I have, but I don't think I have it.
No.
All we know for sure is that the diamonds are there. We don't know
Mm-hmm.
if there's any kind of magical protection on the building.
Right, which is my concern with trying to break in after they leave.
Because if it's just physical, you can take care of
I
it.
have
Like,
protection from evil and good though.
Mm.
That
What does that do?
Well, that protects you from any, like, side effects from...
Now, you guys are having this discussion in character, quietly in the corner.
Yeah, quietly.
Archie's
Can
slightly
I-
uncomfortable by this because he's trying to like be a good paladin, but he's like so young that he doesn't know if he should say anything. Like maybe we shouldn't be stealing something.
Can I look around casually, just make sure nobody's watching, listening, and
Yeah,
Maybe you should
go ahead.
shut up.
Perception with advantage.
$17.
No, there's really no one that's paying attention to you guys. You guys, like, the people now have known that you've been in town for a couple days, and that you just seem to be going out and killing things and coming on back, and killing things and coming on back. But no one is really giving you, like, you haven't done anything where they'd be like, oh my god, it's them, but they're,
We're notorious, but not noteworthy.
yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Would I know, does most, like, protection magic over an area like that leave some kind of visible trace? Like, I could just walk in and see it without having to cast detect magic, or...
Not really. You'd have to, if there was a magic thing going on, you'd have to use detect magic.
Okay. Well... I still like the idea of you staying in there. Maybe the key is not for you to try and get out.
Just sleep there.
okay.
I mean, like, to be honest, if you find a place that's good, we're acting on the assumption that you're going to find a place that's good enough that they're not going to find you. If you find a place that's good enough that they're not going to find you once, they probably aren't going to find you in the morning either. So if I order something and commission it to where
Short rest and-
we took a short rest on the card back.
Well, you did.
I did. I took a short rest on the card back.
I'm pretty sure I was carrying something, so I probably did not take a short rest.
Okay.
Yeah. No one else has taken a short rest or anything at this point.
But yeah, if you get in, and if I commission something, I walk in, I commission something that will take a day to make. And then I come back in the morning to check on it. And you come out with me then.
Because you could like jump behind her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, ah, yes, I'm here again.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if I wear, like, my big swishy coat.
But we might need multiple people because we'll need somebody to be the distraction, somebody for me to hide and use as a means to get to where I'm gonna hide.
Mm-hmm.
Because like if you're distracting them and I'm behind you, I can't just
Then,
like jump
yeah,
out of
they're
behind
gonna be
you.
looking right at it. Yeah, so that's fair. We could bring, like, Saffeine in and she could wander dazedly. Or something like that. I don't know. I think that for me right now, the best, that's the path of least resistance.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's easier than us like just unknowingly trying to break in and
Yeah.
like I'm pretty good at picking locks, but I don't magic
Cannot
stuff.
get arrested in this town.
Yeah.
LOL,
Magic
you don't
stuff
know
is-
what killer.
And
And,
like,
like,
if,
I
you
have
if you're already
places-
in the building, then I don't
Yeah.
think it would take effect.
I'm pretty good at getting away, and if I need to run, I have a place I can go in mind
Yeah,
to not get caught, and it's best if I'm on my own.
yeah,
'cause
and
it's
we could
easier
be
for me
we
to
could
get
be on
away.
standby.
Yeah,
We'll
it's-
just have to accept that this is going to be an all-nighter, and then we'll have to take naps tomorrow to get our
Take
long
snacks
rested.
with
Yeah,
them.
well, at least several of us, not everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. I guess that's probably the best
This might be the most competent thing we've done so
scenario.
LOL.
far. This is amazing.
I need to look at.
We
Some.
handled that bear pretty good.
We
Sure
did.
did.
We did.
And those spiders.
Yeah.
This
We're
time,
more competent than we think, folks.
yeah, dude. Last time we ran up against a bunch of little spiders. Nobody had any type of like large area attacks, and so we were all getting eaten by spiders.
All right, so over the course of this discussion, which probably takes at least an hour, partly because Lexi keeps coming over to like see if you want more drinks, see if you want food, like just she's trying to do her job kind of thing. She even informs you at one point that they have a ham special tonight. And if you want any, if you want that, then let her know. She goes back off. And so it's definitely nearing sundown at this point. What do you do?
I guess
I
we should
order a
probably-
charcuterie board and a wine flight.
We're gonna get in there before they close.
Remember
Yeah, we need to
laughs
get
when she sees
going.
what a charcuterie board is.
So
It is just many little meats.
She's delighted.
Wait, hold on.
Lexi, also a charcuterie board and a wine thing will just do
So
another
we have a
silver.
player's handbook.
Yes, here you go.
me somewhere.
Or does anybody know off the top of their head? Because I need to look up silence and I don't remember what silence is.
I can Google it real quick.
So am I going in with you guys? Is that what we decided?
I think so, to give him, like, I provide the distraction so that the shopkeeper's not looking for him,
Okay.
but
Okay.
he needs somebody to hide him behind to get in and out.
Who has silence?
He
Yeah.
does.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I'm going to use it. I got to look it up because I don't remember what the spell is.
Wow, I didn't know that you had that.
He has, like, a few different things he can cast at this point.
Within a 20-foot sphere emanating from a point you choose, no sounds can be made or heard. Creatures within the sphere are effectively deafened, cannot cast spells with a verbal component,
That's
and are
right.
immune to thunder damage.
Alright, and Pass Without Trace is, I think, a 30.
Yeah, that's because I was thinking about that.
Whose
You
was
could-
this? Yours?
The only problem with that is they'd know it was happening because it's such a small storefront.
What? Pass Without Trace?
Yeah.
How would they know it was happening?
Silence.
Oh, no, silence. Oh, yeah, no. Silence, I was like, I don't think I could use Pass Without Trace.
Alright.
But,
Also, just so you know, Harry did not
Oh,
go drinking
okay,
with you.
creature you choose.
He
So
went
you could
to go
use
back to
Pass
his
Without
normal job.
It's good. We can't incriminate him.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you can cast Pass Without a Trace before you go in
I gotta...
on yourself.
Okay.
A veil of shadows and silence radiates from you, masking you and your companions from detection. For the duration, each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, including you, has a plus 10 bonus to dexterity/stealth.
What's the
checks.
duration?
And can't be concentration up to an hour. So cast it once tonight to get in and hide until they close because we're going
Yeah.
right before close,
Okay.
and then cast it in the morning.
Then you'll
before they
be.
get
Then
in.
you need to get going, probably.
If that's the case, then we could probably just do a 2-man team because if I use Pass Without Trace before I go in,
Odds are pretty good. You're gonna roll real well.
Closing time.
Closing time.
alright, let's go.
Okay.
All right. So, are all of you going into the shop, or
No, we're gonna leave. If it's all right with you guys, we're gonna leave most of the party, like all of you here, and have you shift your chairs over, and Angharad's gonna like leave her cloak or something, so it just looks like she went to the bathroom or something like that.
okay?
Nice.
So, you two head out, and then the rest of you guys are still hanging out in the Boar's Head Tavern.
Technically, I'm going with you though.
Huh?
Right? Technically, I'm going with you.
You did say
Just
that you
for
wanted.
extra security, do we want to have? The
Yeah,
other-
might as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
So-
so
we can
remember and Archie, the two squares of the group, are hanging with Jade to drink.
The whole way there, I'm also
I'll
gonna
have a
be.
cranberry juice, please.
And Lexi, when you say that, Lexi gets real worried and she's like, "I already brought you a beer."
I love that there's a drinking age in this fantasy town. That's good.
And it's over 16,
Yeah.
which is the drinking age in Ireland right now.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So you guys get to the bee's knees.
I've been hiding in stealthily this whole time, so I'm
Yep.
not like there with them.
Yeah,
and
that's
not.
fine. So really, all you have to do is like stand behind them.
We
Yeah.
make a hay dummy to like.
Did you cast
Temzin.
Pass Without a Trace already?
We just got there.
Yeah,
It's
you're
like
just
right
now
next
getting in.
Okay. Before we go in, I'm going to use 2 key points. Spend 2 key points and cast Pass Without Trace on myself. Can you please stop?
Okay.
He's focusing.
Okay. So we walk in, and Angharad like takes a second at the door,
Okay.
pulls out her little like roller ball, and preps.
Wilcom does recognize you as you come back in, and he's like, "Oh, what can I help you with?"
Hello, yes, I was,
Hello.
I don't know. I was taken by one of the pieces that I saw here, but I was wondering if you could make a slight adjustment to it for me.
I'm looking for a spot to hide, by the way.
Okay. Go ahead and roll stealth.
Roll stealth.
You're moving past
Okay.
because unless you're trying to hide in this initial front area, the display pieces, they don't really have like a cabinet or anything like that. It's like 2 glass display cases at the very front.
Oh, wait, shit.
And
Can we retcon real quick? Can I have cast something on him before we went in?
No, we're already in it.
Oh, no, shit.
We're
I was
already.
gonna put spider climb on you before we went in.
We're already. Yeah, we're already in it.
Shit, that was the intention behind this. That was why. Ah!
Stealth is dexterity, right?
These
Yep.
spiders.
Oh my god.
And it was plus 10 with the pass without trace, I believe.
Fuck.
20.
No, he doesn't see you, and
Okay.
you're able to move. He's standing at the counter speaking with Angharad and looking at Saffeine.
Also, I'd like you all to know that he just rolled a 5, and the result was a 20.
These some damn good spells.
Fuck. So,
Wait.
so you're able to move past Wilcom and past that curtain without even really like making any noise at all. And back behind the curtain, you see off on the right, you see a set of stairs climbing up, and tucked underneath, behind, like under the stairs, you see a couple barrels and a couple crates. And then off to your left, you see what looks like a spiral staircase, because there's just kind of like a hole in the floor, but you see the rails going down, and you also see a back door.
Would it be possible to hide at the barrels and the crates?
Yeah, you can climb in there. The
What?
crates and barrels are shut though.
What's in them?
They're shut.
Okay. They're like nailed shut?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, they're shut in a different way.
Could he hide
Could
amongst
just,
them?
yeah, could I hide like behind them?
Yeah, you can
Wait.
move around with a 20. You can move the barrels around just enough to tuck yourself back behind them.
Is there like level visible I am?
A barrel is taller than you are.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, I can hide
no.
behind- okay.
You get behind them and you sit down and no one can see that you're there.
Alright, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
And just hide out.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna hide out there.
All right.
Okay,
So
is
while
he-
that's going on,
So is he technically in that back area now yet?
Yeah.
Or-
yes, he's back behind the curtain.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome.
So he's in that back area behind the curtain, and Wilcom is like, "Oh, I can do something like that for you." And he gets out a little pad of paper, and he's like, "It won't be for a couple days, but what can I get made for you?"
Oh, absolutely. I was looking at possibly just modifying one of the existing pieces.
Which one?
Yes,
She just kind of like, not arbitrarily, she does this intentionally enough that it looks like she's had thought about this, but also like she definitely didn't think about this beforehand, so she looks over in a display case and chooses like the nicest looking gold necklace that she can find in there that's like a fine chain and a pendant on the end. And she says,
this one over here, I love the color of the gold. It is beautiful, but I would love to add just a little bit more of a filigree, a little bit more of a detailing in near the pendant piece. Just maybe something to bring it a little further up the neck.
Yeah, that's simple enough. That piece is 3 gold, and it'll be another. Let's see here, another 10 silver. To go ahead and.
Would it be possible? I have an event tomorrow afternoon that I would love to wear this piece to. Is it possible to maybe put a rush order on it?
That'll be another. I can do that for another gold piece. I'll be putting it ahead of all my other work.
I don't want you to have to work through the night. I know that sleep and our nightly activities are very important. When would it be done otherwise?
About 2 days from now.
Okay. That is fine. It's alright. I will find something else to wear tomorrow, but having a piece from you is reward enough.
All right. Very well then.
he's not acting suitably charmed, let me just say.
Well, it wasn't Wilcom. You guys have already come in here with Wilcom. You charmed the heck out of the bookbinder. But Wilcom was already suspicious of you. And Wilcom, you got to buy a bunch of Temzin's, like, pieces. So Wilcom is already, like, he has you on a radar that you probably don't want to be on.
We could go grab Harry and have him do a shimmy and see if that does anything.
Oh my god. Excellent. Okay, well. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever.
Okay.
So 3 gold pieces.
3 gold and 10 silver for the modifications, yeah. Alright, And so when you say your goodbyes, you would hear him go upstairs. He locks the door behind them. He goes upstairs, and you hear Silver Chain. And you from your place, you can hear him murmuring something and setting Silver Chain across the door in the back. You hear him murmur something.
You said he went up the stairs.
He went upstairs,
So
and
there's
then he came back downstairs.
Oh, okay.
And then he put Silver Chain across the door.
In the back.
In the back, and then he went out front and did the same for the windows and the door. And then you hear him unlock the door, step out, and then lock the door behind him.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
The heist is on!
Y'all, this is the most confident shit we've done the entire game so far.
I love that Reagan and Sierra are just like, we're over here. Now.
So,
Let them
how-
do it. They know what's
I know,
going
so
on
all
in the
I
plot.
did was come in to be a barrier.
How,
Oh, you didn't know you
how long
even
was that
talked.
whole process? Between me hiding and them, or between us going in and him now leaving?
It's about 30 minutes.
Okay, so I still have at least 30 minutes of Pass Without Trace.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna cautiously come out of behind the crates
Okay.
and the barrels,
Mhm.
and I'm going to.
Trading barrel.
Is there anything that would indicate the jewels in this back room?
No, it's literally just what I told you. There's the stairs down.
It's just the
The
empty
door.
back room.
Yeah,
with
it's
the-
just
okay.
like, it's almost like a mudroom kind of thing.
Okay.
Stairs.
I am gonna cautiously go up the stairs first. Go to the stairs that go up.
Okay.
I don't think that's gonna be as.
Alright, so
beneficial,
while this is going on, what is Remember, Archie,
I'm
and
gonna grab that first.
everyone else doing?
What's that Centurion game?
Oh, go ahead.
There's a thing that Roman soldiers used to do. It's the tossing lots or like gambling or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a modified version of that. Remember's gonna teach him how to
gamble.
play like dice games and shit that you like played at pastime in camps.
Nice.
I don't remember there being a dice badge, but if you say so.
Archie,
No,
there are
that's
some
bad.
things you do in this life for rewards, and there are some things you do in this life because there's nothing else to do. Right now, you're drinking and playing dice because there's
We can
nothing else to
recite
do.
oaths.
We can what?
Recite oaths.
What kind of oath?
Oh, there's lots of oaths.
Blood oath.
Of trust, just you name it. There's probably enough. I mean, we don't want to do any oaths. Some of them are bad, but
The only oath I think I have ever heard is the oath that we give to our goddess Bane, that we will bring the heads and entrails and also the livers of our enemies back to her altars in order to honor her and glorify ourselves in the blood of those who mean our family's harm.
Archie's just like this.
Horrified
Do
face.
you have oaths like this in your country?
He's absolutely disgusting. I never heard no oath like that. But if you say so. Then again, I'm not much of a warrior myself. That's why I'm with you.
Someday, Archie, we will go to Bralide. I will show you the great city, I will show you the statues, and I will teach you the ways of my people.
Let me ask you this. Could you teach me how to fight? Could we do some sword training? Because, I mean, I've had a little bit, but you seem like a much better fighter than me.
Of course. Wait, was there a reason for us to be here?
No, there's no longer. You guys are still just hanging out.
We're hanging out at the bar. No further instructions. Shit.
Together?
Like you had a couple of people in the party be like, okay, plan go, and everyone else is just like,
Oh, later.
dice.
We came
Is there
back.
like
Yeah,
hold
well,
on, where's
Angharad
the-
would love to kind of tuck herself
You guys
away just
know
until the
that
shopkeeper
scene in
comes out.
Girann
Like,
in
if
War
I could
Training?
roll stealth,
Yes!
see if I could maybe hide in the street somewhere out of sight.
Yeah, go ahead and roll stealth.
You said we're in the Boar's Head Tavern right now?
Yes, you are.
That's not bad. That's not bad. 17.
17. So, yeah, you definitely hide. And you also see... You can see Wilcom. Comes out of the shop, and he goes down the street. And he heads towards the Ruby Hall, whose lights are already out. Like, they've already closed up shop. But he knocks at the door, and he is let in.
Is it
And
Ruby
shut
Hall
behind him.
another jeweler?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Angharad's gonna follow behind him and tell Saffeine,
Go tell the party that there's something maybe going on at the Ruby Hall, but I think this is a mission for subtlety. So possibly.
So don't tell the party.
So just hang out with them.
Okay, so if there's a space in between the shops and the tree line. So Remember's gonna go out back with Archie, and I probably have not been drinking heavily, but she's been drinking a little bit.
She's gonna slice and dice him.
She's not gonna slice and dice him, but she's just gonna go and with one of her boots, she's gonna scuff out a sparring ring out in the dirt, behind this. It's dark outside now, but she
Yeah.
didn't give a damn.
Yeah, there are a couple, there are oil lamps and stuff that have been lit. Residency Row is definitely where most people live. Silverheart is definitely where they've got, a lot of shops, but Residency Row is where they live. So you've definitely got kids that are, bringing in the evening, water, people that are, taking care of their animals and stuff like that. And you definitely get a couple looks, because they're like, what the fuck is this lady doing with, Archibald? Because they've seen Archie with the nobles, essentially, of the city. They've seen him with Ernest. They've seen him with, the Lord Commander's daughters and the Lord Commander and stuff. The Lord Commander has daughters.
What are we doing with him?
He's definitely a recognizable face, and you're not. So they're definitely, especially the kids, are definitely interested in what the hell you're doing in their city with him. Alright, so you guys are going out to train. I will say, for Archibald and Remember, roll 5 20s if Jared beats your rolls. If it's best 2 out of 3, that kind of thing. If he beats your rolls more than he misses them, he gets an inspiration point.
Woo! Okay.
Oh, nice. Any modifiers?
No, just roll a d20.
Okay.
Because she's giving instruction to Archie as she's training him, so.
And you're following the other guy to the Ruby Hall.
mm-hmm. And if you want to come join me.
What'd you get?
I
I'm not
might
mad.
I'll just piddle around for a while.
So, Remember looks at him, and she has no idea, what, because she watched you lop off a bear's head earlier, but she's also watched a lot of, really green soldiers do really well in battle, just, through pure adrenaline and shit. So, that doesn't mean a lot, but she has no idea where you're at, as a soldier. So she, puts the sword in your hands, and she holds her sword out way farther away from her body than anybody would ever, do that. And she's just alright, Archie, try to knock it out with my hands, because I rolled an 8. So against your 19, it just goes fucking flying, 1,000 feet.
Alright, then he's gonna, try and push it out with his shield. Oh, jeez. That's a 2.
I got an 8. Again.
So he, bounces off of her.
Yeah. Alright, that's a good lesson to
I
learn.
gotta get my sparring badge! And comes at her with his sword. That's a fat natch, boy.
Oh, I got an 18, but that's not gonna hit it. That's fine.
Alright.
So it's close. Have we been keeping track of who's
He's
winning?
gonna slash
Yeah.
again, the 13.
A what?
13.
I got a 15.
Alright.
Last one. The last thing he's gonna do is just gonna try and tap.
I feel like I should give advantage to that.
Yeah, go ahead and do disadvantage, because if you're just trying to tackle her, she's 4 times your size.
Fucking 1,000 pounds.
He's courageous, okay? With disadvantage, it's a 12.
I got a 14.
Alright, so Remember wins the little sparring event.
When you try to tackle her, she just wraps her arms around you and then picks you up completely and is holding you above her head at arm's length.
Alright, so that's going on. Jade is watching all of this with great amusement. And then Saffeine and Angharad are following. You follow Wilcom to the Ruby Hall.
Scooby Gang.
And,
Uh-oh.
and the lights are dark downstairs, but they are not dark upstairs.
Upstairs? I didn't know we had an upstairs.
Any windows, any way that there's sound traveling out of the building?
Spider climb.
No, the windows are closed. Like, you can see, like, faint movement and stuff like that, but it's just that you see, like, someone has lit a lamp upstairs.
Saffeine, how stealthy can you be?
Well,
We will surely find out.
You know, if you're asking on like a scale of 1 to
This
20.
is where we super do not need to get arrested. Okay, don't fuck this up.
I'm not too shabby.
Okay. Alright.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take out my jar of spiders.
Ew.
I'm gonna fish out one of the ones.
That moment when I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have made the new components. You know what? Fine. The first components I use, spiders.
I'm gonna fish out one of the ones that's already like dead. Some of them are still like, jittering around. in there.
Great.
Taking out the one that's dead.
Love that visual.
Putting it in my palm.
They're scurrying over the
Taking
table.
out.
That's so fucking macabre and awful.
Yeah. Taking out the little vial of bitumen that I got.
Uh-huh.
Bitumen? I don't know how you pronounce that. We're just going with it.
Uh-huh.
I pour it together in my palm. I'm gonna kind of crush it together with my fingers and whisper an incantation while I do. And then I'm gonna reach out and kind of like smear it.
Saffeine is just like, the fuck did you do?
Saffeine just like rubs a little bit more herb on her lid and is like, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine.
So you now have spider climb. So until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch gains the ability to move up, down, and across vertical surfaces and upside down along ceilings while leaving its hands free. The target also gains a climbing speed equal to its walking speed. So now you can get equal up to those windows.
Spider me.
Are there any windows
Spider-me.
not visible to the street?
Disturbing
You can
and
see like a
horrifying
dark,
person
like
involved
kind of
in,
like a
like,
small
horror fiction
alleyway
and death and
between
injury.
the buildings.
Okay. So you go into the alleyway.
So
and
I
then-
should roll for stealth then?
Yeah.
17.
Yeah. No, you guys are quiet,
Nice.
and you climb up the window.
I'm like a gecko. I'm just all white when you think about
So
it.
Saffeine,
No, wait. Do I have any kind of like cloak or anything that's not all white that I can put
she
on
rolled.
her?
She did roll good for herself.
Okay.
I'm a gecko. I'm a human
Yeah.
gecko.
So you climb up, and you peek into the window, and you see a man you don't recognize, and Wilcom, locked in a passionate embrace.
My gaydar is impeccable! Oh my god! I need to take a victory lap. Hold on. Yes! Thank you! What the fuck is up? Oh my god!
There were reasons
Jared
why
is just,
Angharad
like, frozen.
told Jimmy did not work very
You
well.
get to do the flirting next time.
Fuck.
Man, you talking to Temzin?
I'm saying to Daniel, you get to do the flirting next time.
Little this.
I'm so pleased with myself right now.
We'll get Archie in there, maybe not.
He's 14!
You might like him young.
No! Get out!
Get
You're
no
done!
way. No way.
He's not 14, he's 16.
It's he's 16.
No!
The game is canceled!
This was a joke, people.
That's a horrible thing to say.
Archie, don't pimp your child, like your child self out, man.
You're not horrible.
Continuing on!
Listen, there's no other guys in the group.
Oh my
Do
god.
you continue to watch
Oh,
Wilcom and
goodness.
this man?
Yeah, maybe they're lovers in the nighttime and also bad guys.
Power couple.
They can be gay and also like evil.
These men are gay and European.
You continue to watch.
Oh god.
I can stop as soon as I see clothes start
I
to
can
come
stop
off.
whenever I want to.
No, when I say that they were locked in a
Oh,
passionate
you didn't
embrace.
say if they were clothed or not.
Exactly.
My eyes.
No.
Well,
they
that
are-
went south very
Oh,
quickly.
they are lovers in the nighttime.
That's all they
Hey.
are.
Victory lap. What's up, fools?
Can I perception
Oh my
them to
god.
make sure that that's all they're there for?
Sure.
Listen, I want to be.
You perceive more than you want.
Saffeine is like hanging out by the window and she's like wiggling her eyebrows.
She's just looking down at Angharad like.
Listen, in Tardodith, bro, you could be lovers and schemers together.
Yeah,
It
no.
doesn't
Okay,
matter.
so what did you roll for perception?
14.
There's like a bottle of wine beside the bed.
Ah, damn it. Alright, and then she just like
Love is in the nighttime.
Alright, do you tell Angharad what was there?
What was it? What kind of nefarious things were they up to?
They were doing some of this, and definitely some of this.
They were screwing in light bulbs? I don't understand.
They were doing some kind of screwing, that's for sure.
Well then.
Alright, so back to Temzin.
They're trying to connect two light bulbs.
Alright, so Temzin,
Yes.
you head upstairs.
Oh my god.
Yes, he starts to cautiously head up the stairs.
Alright, so how do they have it written out? Okay.
Lovers in the nighttime.
So you
Their
head
curtains open.
quietly up the stairs.
Everything on the second floor,
And
they're probably
it's
okay.
do you have dark vision?
Yeah,
No.
I'm not him.
Okay.
I do.
This room is dark.
Okay.
No one is there.
Good.
So there are no lamps lit. There's curtains
Yes,
drawn
strikes
over
an
the windows that are beside you because the only real windows in this room that you can see, but you can make out. So let's say,
I mean,
Yeah.
technically I do, but I don't have enough key
Okay.
points for that now.
all right,
Wait,
let's
how
say
does
that
that
to
have
your
dark
right is the north wall.
Second level spell.
For now, because I can't remember
I'm
how I
sorry.
positioned
Say that
it.
again.
I'm so delighted.
To your right is the north wall, and that's
So-
where there is. So you have come up the stairs.
Yeah, so I was in the back, and the stairs going up were on the right side.
Yes.
I went up those.
So you are now facing a wall.
Okay.
Like there's a wall beside you,
Right.
a wall behind you. You're now upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Facing the room, you can make out the shape of like a stove and some kind of like counter space.
Mhm.
You can make out the general shape of a table, and there is a window, a singular window with curtains drawn,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's like a wall, and that's what you can kind of make out.
If I get closer to objects, can
If you
I?
go, yeah, if you get closer to them, you can see them better.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of cautiously go around the perimeter of the room.
Okay. As you go around, you can tell that it is a wood-burning stove. That there are some low cabinets. You also see a singular small round table with a chair. And you see a very large portrait on the wall, like a professionally done portrait, of Wilcom and a woman.
Oh.
What does the woman look like?
She has dark black hair, and she's just a very... in this lighting, you can tell like she's kind of like an average-looking human woman.
He's
And what are they
Biceps.
like what's that? Is it just like they just were next to each other with their arms around each
definitely-
other?
It's definitely like a couple's portrait.
Couple's portrait
Yeah.
with a girl with black hair.
Mhm.
Straight. You said straight black hair.
Just in this dark lighting, you can't really tell
Black
much.
hair.
I don't have to be at work until 10:15.
Nice.
What's up?
Wilcom and a girl with black hair.
Mm-hmm.
And then is there any kind of inscription on the?
No, just
Okay.
it's just like a portrait that someone either
Did you
did.
get that sweet, sweet adjusted start?
Hell yeah. 10:15. Yes.
You can also tell at this point that there is a door on either side of this portrait. There's one on the
How
left.
big
and one
is
on the
this building?
right. It's a shop. Like you.
That's a lot. Well, no, because I was assuming like.
Oh no, that was
That's
that
the
was the
storefront.
front,
Okay.
and then you went through that curtain into the back.
Okay, it's very big. Alright. And you said there's only one window in here that I can. There's only one window in here, and there's curtains are drawn.
Hmm?
In the
Yeah.
It's upstairs. There's only
Like
one window, and the
they're
curtains are
closed.
drawn.
Yeah.
Okay, they're closed.
I love that we casually totally just sit Temzin into this, like, elaborate heist that Sarah's planned alone. With none of our spells.
It's gonna have the highest success rate because he's got wild stuff. Wild. Like, they could catch him and still not be able to see him.
Would... Do I sense that there's more to see if I had better light?
No, it's like I think you're imagining like this. It's this huge open space.
It's
like
just a
imagine
smaller...
it's a smaller. Like he has managed to fit a kitchenette kind of thing.
Right, it's just kind of a place
And-
to eat some food during
Yeah,
the day.
he's got his place where if he wants to cook, he can cook. He has, just a small round table with a singular chair, and like, yeah, there's this portrait on the wall, but like it just kind of went between, these two doors.
Okay.
So it's not like it's massive.
Are there locks on the doors?
You haven't tried them.
Can I look at the doors to see if there's locks on them without trying to open them?
Or silver thread. Yeah, there's definitely like a keyhole on the doors.
Can I just
Okay.
say, nothing else that we do in this campaign is going to be as compelling or interesting as the tale of two rival jewelry makers who are also in love. Amazing. Shut it down. What are we even doing here? I want to know about them.
We just stalk them for the next 3 days.
Tamsin's gonna make his way back downstairs and go to the spiral staircase heading underground. That seems more compelling.
Okay.
It does go underground, correct?
Yes.
Temzin is gonna use a. Is there any type of like lamp in there, like oil lamp or anything?
Have you gone all the way down? Or are you saying upstairs?
Either upstairs or in that back
Yeah,
room.
there was like an oil lamp on the table.
in upstairs.
Yeah.
That seems risky.
Do you have anything
I'm not gonna
in
do
your
it.
pack?
I'm gonna take out a torch. And is it possible to just like halfway light the torch?
Can I have like something on fire?
Well, can I take like half the bunch of tinder out?
No, you light the torch or you don't light the torch.
Alright, I'm going underground, so once I start to get below ground level, like once my head gets
Okay.
down the stairs, I'm gonna light the torch.
Okay.
And so I can see and go down that way.
You find yourself in a complete open room. Like this looks like it was like a cellar that no one really did too much with. Except the floor is like a cobblestone sort of thing. You see a chest in the corner that appears broken and in need of some care. You see a few barrels, and you see a workbench, like a work table, off in the opposite corner of the room from the chest. And you also see what looks like a small shrine.
And that's like all that's in the room?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, is it to his dead wife?
Yeah, I'm gonna go and investigate the shrine.
Okay. In the corner, you see a beautiful rosewood table, and there is a small locked box on the table to the left of a set of scales. On the right, there's an open box of scale weights and a ledger.
That's the shrine. Can you say that again?
It's a rosewood,
Right.
a beautifully done rosewood table. There's a small locked box on the table to the left of a set of scales, and on the right is an open box of scale weights and a ledger. And my apologies, I forgot to mention, above the shrine is that same mercantile symbol.
You said, so there's a scale in the middle, scale weights, an open box of scale weights.
On the right.
On the right.
On the left
A
is
little box.
is a small locked box.
Weigh the
And
box,
then-
put an equal amount of
I
weights on
know,
each side
I'm
of
like
the scale.
Indiana
And
Jones.
then
that
on
shit.
puzzle.
and then on the wall above this like table shrine thing is like a plaque with that
Okay.
symbol on it.
Can I investigate the walls to see if there's any types of seams or anything that would
in the
indicate
box.
Yeah.
there's something that would open?
Roll investigation.
Well, I'm not very good with investigation.
Hey, it's fate.
Why?
With the box.
Please. God dang.
What's in the ledger? It's open. What page does it open
Investigation is intelligence, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
16.
The wall is just a wall, and the table
Okay.
is just a table. Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go back over to the shrine and look through the ledger.
Okay.
Carefully. Well, I have. Will my pass without trace still be up?
Yes.
Okay, so I can move stuff and put it back without anyone being able to tell.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna look through the ledger. Because it's unlocked, it's open, like it's not locked or anything.
No, it's just a book.
Okay, is there anything in the book?
Yes. You see essentially what looks like almost orders. You see there is a note for, necklace, and then how much money it is. There's a note for earrings, how much money it is. A note for collar, how much money it is. You actually see several orders for collars and how much money they are.
Dog collar.
Are they consistent price-wise?
They're consistent price-wise.
Date-wise?
There are no dates.
Okay. So collars, they all have the same price.
There's a necklace.
Is
there's
there
earrings.
I forgot that was literally part of the plot.
Doggo collar.
Is there somebody that delivered? Is there like a delivery person or a provider listed in the?
No.
So it's literally just the product, the price.
Yep, and it just continues down that way. And all in all,
Collars. Any bracelets?
there are a few bracelets. And then there are.
Wow.
That's real cute.
I made that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cute.
That was his going away present. I made it for him.
Oh.
And along with these, the necklace, the collars, the earrings, you also see the word loose, and that is put in 6 times.
What?
Loose.
Loose.
As in like let loose or like.
It just says the word loose, and then it has a price.
How many?
6.
6. And you just said there was just a bunch of different.
With the box. Oh my god, Daniel. Hi, Daniel. With the
Um,
box, please. God, Daniel. Please.
Collars? You didn't say a set number.
No, but there were. We can just say like 4 or 5. Like there's a couple collars in there.
When
Okay.
did the college
Is-
start? If you go back in the ledger.
There's no dates on them.
Yep.
I'm gonna flip to like all the way through just to see if there's like maybe a key in the ledger.
No, there's no key. But the
Okay.
very last entry is circlet.
Circlet.
Oh.
Yes.
Shit.
Watch out, king, queen, royalty, lady, person, man.
Circlet.
You gonna get got.
Dang.
Was she wearing a circle? Only better?
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna do an investigation check on the little box.
Okay.
Maybe like I can pick it up or whatever.
Yeah.
Is there anything like
You gotta-
particular about?
You roll an investigation if you're investigating.
4. That did nothing.
As
So,
far as you know, it's just.
alright.
Box.
I'm gonna put it on the scale.
Yeah! Mommy!
It just tilts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Equal the way up with the
And then-
scales, the weight scales. The
Is
things.
there certain weights in the scales?
Good.
Just your usual. So I think there'd be like single ounce, like going all the way up to like a pound.
Okay. I'm gonna grab whatever I think was the closest to the weight of the box.
Dexterity.
Yeah, something I'm good at.
Kind of like a performance check.
I am proficient in sleight of hand.
Yeah.
So that would be like a +7. 19, 26.
Yeah, no, you managed to even it out just fine. It balances out, but nothing happens. It just balances out.
Boo!
You missed your
Okay.
Indiana Jones chance.
However, it is perfectly balanced on your first try.
Wait, investigate the walls and shit. Do
He
that.
did.
Okay, but do
When you were yelling at me,
this has to be a puzzle! I will not accept that this is not a puzzle.
you said the
Secretly
little
stares
redwood.
scribbling out.
It's not a puzzle now.
Does
My
it have
brain
a,
is like,
does it have a drawer or anything? Or is it literally just a table? Does
it's
it have
literally,
drawers or?
it's just a table. Yeah.
When you're DMing and all your characters care about is a cherry wood table.
Have you seen that thing where people try and like lay on a table and then go all the way around it without touching the ground?
What?
Yeah, it's real cool.
hilarious.
I used to do that when I was younger. Nobody's surprised by that. Alright. There's nothing else in the room except like those barrels, boxes.
There is the workbench.
Mm-hmm.
There is the chest in the other side of the room. And then there are the 2 barrels.
Alright, I'm gonna go over to the workbench.
Okay. Let me see here. Get over to stuff. Okay, so you go over to the workstation, and there are roughly 20 small wooden boxes inside a glass case.
Or shoes.
The wooden counter has metal shavings, broken chains, and deep scratches. It's definitely where he does his work.
Or the box is locked.
Yes. Like, they're, like, locked inside of a glass case.
Oh, so the glass case is locked,
The glass
and then
case
there's
is
little
locked.
brown boxes.
And then
inside,
there's little,
the wood boxes.
yeah, there's little wooden boxes inside of it.
Okay, I'm gonna go over to the chest.
Okay. So you go over to the chest and you open it up and you see a few broken springs and buckles. You see old tools that are definitely broken and in need of repair, and everything is mostly covered in rust. You see a hammer, some pliers, a mallet, wrench, saw, and nails.
Alright, I'm gonna go over to the barrel. You said the...
Yeah, there are 2 barrels.
Yeah, the 2 barrels.
Yeah, you open them up. These aren't like nailed shut or anything. You open them up, and one of them is filled with salted meat, and the other is filled with salted fish.
Does it look like there's more than just that in the barrels?
Is the salted pork particularly good?
Particularly good.
Alright, I'm gonna go back over to the shrine,
Okay.
and with my sleight of hand skills, I'm gonna try and pick the little box.
Okay. And now I think in the future, I believe that there is actually a lockpick item, and that you need this lockpick item to pick locks. I'm not going to make you have it this time because I need to do
might
more
have it.
research. But I think you need to have the thief's tools kind of thing.
Well, I might not. Then actually, because I have a custom background and I don't have
Yeah.
that in my inventory. But I do have sleight of hand as, like, I'm proficient in it.
Yeah.
Because that was one of the things.
Yeah, no, so we'll just use that for this time, and
Okay.
I'll go back
I
and
mean,
I'll
if you
look.
want, I can go grab things out of the broken chests and, like,
Yeah.
use that stuff to pick lock. But yeah, I'm going to try and pick the lock of the
Okay.
little box.
Roll good. Roll good.
12.
Yeah, actually, you go ahead and you pick the locks. And inside are 50 gold pieces, 150 silver pieces, and a handful of copper pieces, or bronze, or whichever it is that we're doing. And each of them is stamped with the mercantile symbol.
Uh-oh.
You can't take the money.
He's true.
We really shouldn't leave any traces that we were there. at
Yeah.
all.
True. It's not why we're there.
Is there anything particular about the scale?
It's just,
Does it come off the table?
yeah, you lift it up and it comes right up.
Is there anything in particular about the mercantile sign over the shrine?
It just matches what's on the coins.
Any sign at all of the blue
You're not
gem?
there.
I know I'm not.
Can you put on more music?
Yeah, sorry, it just
Oh,
died.
no, you're fine.
This is killing me.
Yeah, me too.
This is the Temzin show right now when we're all held hostage.
Alright, it's not
What is
necessarily
that
the
upstairs?
proper, but
Lovers in the night.
There's two doors that he has not gone through yet.
alright, I'm gonna.
And there's the glass case with 20 locked boxes that it looks like as completed works that he has not unlocked yet. Down here.
I'm gonna. Why did
Don't
Oh.
fall asleep.
Nice.
We've only been going for 3.5 hours.
I'm an old lady.
It's not that hard.
My weekend's been very long.
Can I do a perception check to see if there's anything I'm not perceiving in the room?
Do a perception check.
Or an
And
investigation, maybe, or something.
yeah, do a perception check.
Okay. 21.
Fate's telling you there's something about the chest.
Okay.
The broken one?
I'm gonna go back over to the chest then.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try moving it.
Yep.
Does it move?
It moves, but it seems a lot heavier than it should for what's in it.
Okay. But it comes up off the floor and everything like that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna open the chest back up and try and feel for the bottom of the
Okay.
chest and see if it comes up.
The bottom is definitely not as deep as it should be, based on how large the chest
Right.
is.
But I can't pull the bottom of the thing up.
Go ahead and roll investigation. Investigation with advantage.
$16.
You managed to find almost like a small hook on
Mhm.
one edge, and when you take the tools and stuff that are inside out, you yank up on it, and you see a few letters and a parcel wrapped in a beautiful green shawl.
Oh, hold on. I'm pulling up my notes. So what are the letters? Like actual written letters or just
Yeah. No, like
individual
no,
letters?
like handwritten letters.
Okay. And they're wrapped in a green shawl.
This episode is brought to you by the letter A.
I'm gonna make sure I take note of the way it's wrapped,
Okay.
but then I'm gonna read the letters.
Okay. So the letters are all addressed to Wilcom.
Mhm.
And there are a handful of them, and they get progressively more romantic, all the way through a wedding invitation that is addressed from Wilcom and a woman named Diane. And towards the very bottom of this pile, you
Diane.
find an unopened letter addressed to Wilcom that is unopened. Like, it still has the wax seal done, but it looks...
Is the wax seal the same as all the others?
Yes.
Two will come from Diane.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
But this one does not have a seal that's broken. This one is...
It's
looks
still
like-
sealed.
Yeah, it looked like he was given this letter and then he never touched it.
Never opened it. Alright. I'm not gonna open that because I cannot reseal it right now. There's nothing else in the chest? It should be heavier.
The parcel, the green parcel.
Oh, I thought that was wrapped the letters.
No, there was letters and then there was the green parcel.
Okay, I'm sorry. I misunderstood. I thought the thing wrapped the letters. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at the parcel then.
Yep. So you go ahead and you open that up, and inside is a gold locket with the same portrait of the woman that was upstairs. You also find a lead box. A small, heavy lead box. And there is also an ornate woman's purse with 300 gold pieces.
And I'm assuming the lead box is locked.
Mm-hmm.
Probably for good cause.
Did he murder his wife?
There is also an order manifest for 3 necklaces.
Oh. Okay.
Gold locket with the portrait of the woman from upstairs, a lead box. And what else is in that?
An order for 3 necklaces. And it just says necklaces.
Mm-hmm.
There's no mention of any type of stone or blue stuff. Yeah, that would make sense.
There have to be some in there though because I got a huge hit from it. So like the
I
stones
know.
have to physically be there somewhere.
But so Temzin's remembering. Does that spell work through lead though? Because lead usually blocks magic, right? So
Blocks magic.
Temzin's thought is that there's something in there, but it's not necessarily what they're looking for.
I agree. I think there's some personal drama for this one. However, why would the 3 necklace orders be in there if they're pertaining to the stones?
That would make a lot of sense for them to be in that box, though, if it's made out of lead. Because it's mind-altering stuff.
And
And
if he
it's-
doesn't want it affecting him.
What type of lock is it?
It's just a simple lock.
Alright, Tim's just gonna quickly try to pick it.
Okay.
21.
That sucker pops right open. And inside are 3 necklaces set with a familiar blue stone.
Ooh! The plus!
Frick. Ah, man.
Now, Temzin, you've never been in proximity with 3 of these at once.
God damn it.
Tim's gonna close that sucker.
Did he snap it closed right away?
He snapped it closed. And, yeah, he snapped it closed.
Okay.
And in,
Is there any kind of name on the order forms? Anything identifying? Fake!
how big was
I'm
this lead
fake.
box?
Hmm?
How big was the lead box?
It's about this big.
Oh, okay.
But
See,
it's-
I was thinking like something little like this.
No,
okay.
no. It's
I was like, wait, I had 3 necklaces in it.
Yeah, no, it's
Okay.
about like this, and lead is heavy, so it's like
Mm-hmm.
it's a heavy box.
Right, that's why the thing was so heavy.
Which means the others probably only have like one
Shoot.
each. If I got such a
So there's the order form that says 3
Well,
necklaces.
lead blocks magic. You wouldn't have picked those up.
So there's a raw stash somewhere.
There's something somewhere. So it said 3 necklaces. That's all the order form said.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing else on it
That's it.
that I can see.
That's it.
Okay. Alright, so I know those are there.
Okay.
I'm going to quickly close that up, make sure it's locked. And
Real
it should.
quick, just asking from like what he
Yeah.
would know
Yeah.
through you, because I'm gonna ask you all this shit anyways later.
Yeah, and I'm gonna convey it.
Yeah, was there anything like in the letters? Is there anything to say that possibly the woman is connected to the blue stones? Like, is there any kind
I
of
was
connection
thinking
between the
about that.
letters and the stones?
They're just personal letters. Like it looks like
Okay.
it was a building blossoming romance. He saved this wedding invitation, and there were like a couple more letters that were like addressed to him, and then there's this one unopened one.
Which is where he's keeping
So,
private
yeah.
special stuff.
Stuff he doesn't want anybody else to see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, since I know that's there, and there's nothing else to see in the bottom of this chest, I'm gonna go ahead and close that, put that back in order quickly.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go back over to the scales and set that chest back in order, set the
Okay.
scales back in order, put everything back in order the way it was originally.
All right.
Then, so I looked at everything in the, I'm gonna go over to the glass chest, and I'm gonna pick that. Or the
Okay.
glass storage thing.
Go ahead.
21 again, 22.
It very
22.
neatly pops open. Is Remember and Saffeine asleep?
No.
They
If
will
you need
be
to take a
soon.
break, we can.
We might, yeah, it might be soon.
No,
like
it's cool, but yeah, you keep
post-paper.
doing your Scooby-Doo thing. We'll check back in when you need us.
Okay.
Do you want me to list off
Serve
everything
the
that's
plot.
in the case?
What'd you say?
Yeah, are those the one box?
Each one is a small individual thing. Do you want me to list off everything that's in them?
They're
Yeah.
closed, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I have to open them to see what's inside.
You would have to pull them out of their spot, open them up, and then.
Okay, yeah, let's go through it.
Okay. Clasps, glass stones, bracelets, mounts for settings, small tools, what? Matches and candles, buckles, a pair of glasses, small chain, medium chain, polish, buttons, large chain, dried fruit, notes and pencils, some clay charms, paint, blank order slips, and there's also a pair of lead-lined gloves shoved into a corner. And there is also, why do I know? Yes. And among the glass stones, you see a few that look like eyes.
Ew. Ew, 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 ew.
Like they're glass stones painted to look like eyes.
They're full size.
Yeah.
They are false, though.
Yeah, they're false. They're not eyeballs.
Okay. Well, you never know with magic users these days. Animating eyes to keep a watch on their stuff.
You should close that drawer, my guy.
They're not watching me, are they?
No, they're just.
Okay.
You should close that drawer, my guy.
There's nothing else in the glass. That's it?
That's it. That's what's in the, like, all the little drawers.
Okay.
Is it? Why was that locked?
Those are all of his tools and stuff. And stones. He has special stones in there.
Who is this?
What are you doing?
I'm trying to show him a picture of himself.
That's way close.
He's not even paying attention.
Probably not. Was there anything else over near the glass case?
No, that's it.
Okay. I think I gotta go back upstairs.
Yeah, I think the 2 doors are probably less.
Alright.
Do you want to do maybe like just one more general investigation check in the room, see if anything sticks out?
Yeah, probably. I mean, that kind of helped last time.
Hey, Jared, look at your
Yeah.
screen.
That's me.
Yeah.
What am I doing over there?
Should I do perception or
Investigation.
Alright. 11.
11.
No, you
Okay.
think you've gotten everything.
Alright, I make sure everything's back in order exactly the way it was when I touched it, and then I'm gonna
Okay.
dim.
Yeah, you still got a torch.
I'm gonna dim my torch. I'm gonna put it out for now. And then head back upstairs with my stuff to pick some locks.
Okay. So, your Path Without a Trace spell is done.
Okay, what time is it?
It's about 7 or 8 or so in the evening.
After having seen the dudes doing the do, Angharad would have gone back and is keeping a careful watch so that she can try and warn Temzin. She's gonna make a really loud noise if she can, if she sees anyone coming close. Like, she's gonna keep a careful watch so he's not surprised.
Alright.
Temzin's gonna. Is there anywhere to hide upstairs that since I've been up there, would I remember a spot where I could hide?
You might be able to, like, go in the cabinet. You could probably fit in there. You haven't checked either of the other rooms.
Yeah, I have to unlock those and go in there. Alright, I'm gonna go back to those, like, the first area where I was hiding originally, and I'm gonna do a short rest, because I have time.
Okay.
Because,
So you do a short rest,
yeah.
and a short while later, you do what?
Now I have my key points back, and I'm going to use 2 of them to do Pass
And
Without
a short
Trace.
rest, and a short rest is about an hour, right?
A half hour. I
Only
believe
half
for
hour?
me, yeah, for me, a short rest I believe is a half hour,
Okay.
and then I have my key points restored.
All right.
It's kind of like meditation, basically. Just stop to
Great.
meditate.
So, Remember and Archie, would you guys
I'm gonna
still
get
be
to the
training for this like hour or whatever?
Yeah, we probably head back to
Oh,
the
yeah.
town.
There's a deep training sesh.
Ow. Well, probably what'll happen is once she knows that you're serious and like you know what you're doing, we'll make our way back to the farm where we've got like way more room and more shit. Cause she's probably built you guys like practice dummies. Like she's got one that's Jimmy size and got one that's like you size and one that's her size. So there's probably like training dummies and a field and like area that she set up on the farm somewhere. So we're probably back doing that.
And Jimmy would, as soon as he sees that you guys are like training somewhere, he's gonna run out with a stick and
Very
join you.
good. I love that
So,
baby.
so that is what Jimmy is up to, and John would definitely be supervising.
Nice.
Angharad and Saffeine, you are keeping watch. Saffeine, what are you up to?
Well, it's like in the middle of the night right now, right?
It's about 9
Jiggle
o'clock.
it. Jiggle it.
Well, I guess I could just chill with Angharad, because we can take shifts looking for stuff.
Okay. So you are hanging out with Angharad. It's really not weird to see a couple of people out at night, like it, not at this hour at least.
Real quick,
Yes.
I am gonna go ahead and use. I short rested a while ago. I think I somehow get spell slots back from that. So I'm gonna go ahead and use 2 spell slots to do Disguise Self on myself and Saffeine and just make us look different, like not who we are.
Okay.
Just so that if we do get seen, like I'm gonna make us look a little bit more run down, a little bit like we were out drinking, like in case we need
Doesn't
to
take
cause...
much for Saffeine.
But yeah, completely different people, and in case we need
Okay.
to cause a distraction, we look like somebody who could viably be in the street making a ruckus.
Sounds good.
So that is my spell slots for the day.
So Temzin, you go back upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you do?
The curtain is closed, and it's facing the back,
Yes.
and behind the store is just woods.
You're not completely sure. You.
I'm
haven't
gonna
gotten
very
back
take a
there.
very small peek out the curtains to see what's behind them.
You do see some trees. Some of them look younger, some of them look older. You do see some trees, and through that you can see like the lamplight of houses. So it looks like there's a divide of a short tree line.
Okay. I'm gonna skip that. So there's 2 doors, right on either side of the picture.
Yes.
I'm gonna pick the left. Well, first I'm gonna perception check to see if I perceive anything weird about the door. But I'm gonna go for the left door first.
Yeah.
11.
No, there's
These
nothing
perceptions.
odd about the door.
Listen, guys, I was not created for reconnaissance. I was created for think of the
For
word right now.
jumping. You're very good at jumping.
It was created for infiltration.
You're doing great, bud.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and try and pick this lock. It's
Okay.
not a great
I
idea,
didn't
but
try
I'm
to
gonna.
touch you for a second. Alright, what am I gonna do here? is
17?
Pick this lock.
Yeah, you hear a little click, and the door is now unlocked.
Okay. Gonna very cautiously look in.
Inside, you don't see a whole lot. You see a mirror. You see what looks like a shaving kit on a small rosewood table. You also see a deep wash basin where it looks like he probably fills up and has his bath and everything. There's also a small wooden box in the corner that has clothes like on top of it, but not like wrapped. It's like it's visible, but there's definitely clothes on top of it.
I'm gonna go and look at the box. Is it locked?
Yep, you tried and it's locked.
How big is it?
It's roughly half a foot by half a foot.
The size of a
Square
car
box.
Bad.
We know how big a car inch is.
I like that he immediately switched to microwave.
Alright, I'm gonna go to the next door
Okay.
and pick that door real quick.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh wow, my brain. 12.
You ended up locking the door because it was unlocked. You didn't bother trying it.
Oh, my God.
Alright, so I'm just gonna unlock it now.
Roll with advantage because you've just done it once.
250. Okay, 22.
Yeah, you unlock the door. Temzin
I was so
tells-
pissed that I locked it there. I'm just like, watch how eloquently, whoosh, and it's unlocked.
Temzin will tell no one about how he locked himself out of a room.
Cautiously peek my head into this room.
There is a bed that is undisturbed. You see a dresser.
Ah, frick. He does live here. He's gonna be coming back.
You
This
see
isn't
a
good.
dresser,
I got you.
again of rosewood. And you also
He
see a
likes
table.
rosewood, man. That's good taste.
You also see a table with some books on it
Uh-huh.
and an unlit lantern.
Unlit lantern, a bed, rosewood. Is just a table, no drawers?
Yep, just a table beside the bed. Like it's nicely made, but it's just a table.
There's nothing on the table?
There's books.
I'm gonna go investigate those books.
Okay. You
Just
see,
gonna open up and like start
Yeah.
flipping through the pages.
you see one called Missing Pieces,
Missing
and it is
Pieces.
a very romantic book.
Nice.
You see one called Hard in Hightown.
Yeah!
it's a little less romantic. And then you see one called The Cage. And you open it towards like the middle and immediately snap it closed. That's not romantic in the least, but he probably enjoys it.
Oh god.
Hell yeah. Hey, I don't give a shit about any of us anymore. We'll film on main, okay?
I'm gonna
Welcome.
check under and around the bed.
What was the name of the last one?
Oh, that's a mistake, my guy.
You see, it's called, there was Hard in Hightown, Missing Pieces, and The Cage. And those were the 3 books.
Hard in Hightown is a detective novel.
You see a couple pairs of shoes. You see some clothes that have kind of just been thrown and discarded. It's mostly clean. There's really nothing going on.
So that's the bed. You said there was a table with the books on it. What was the other thing?
A dresser.
Is there a
Okay.
gravy boat in the bed?
And like there's nothing under the pillows or the sheets or in between the mattress or anything like that.
Do you feel around between the mattress and the pillows?
Listen, if there's a key or a magical stone, I need to know.
Oh, well.
There's a
There's
magical
some
something
magical
for
stones.
someone.
Okay, well, good for him. I'm gonna go check out the dresser.
You just see like clothes and stuff like that in there.
No drawers that are too short or not deep enough, or there's no.
No, this is.
This guy's freaking.
But
I'm gonna do a
everything is
perception check.
everything is very nicely made.
Just a general perception check for the room. 12.
Going through the very bottom drawer of the dresser, you do find a small box of woman's things, including a wedding ring.
He loved this woman. He couldn't have her, so he said there's no other woman that's gonna be good enough.
Or he's
Oh,
bisexual.
goodness.
They exist.
Oh.
They do exist. Hey, can we make can we make ads for bisexuals except it's just a rebrand of the M&M's ad, the Christmas one, where they're like, it's Santa.
He does exist.
They do exist.
Is this little box locked as well?
No, it's just
Oh.
a box
With
that
keepsakes
is
in it.
yeah.
Anything good in it?
There's
Yeah,
there's a wedding ring.
Oh
Uh-huh.
no.
There is what looks like a shawl. There are a couple handkerchiefs, and there's like another small necklace, but that's about it.
Anything monogram?
The handkerchiefs are.
Does it have a D on it?
Yes.
Ooh. He loves this woman. Alright. Nothing that said how she dies,
Or if she's
or if she's alive or anything, or just she's here. Okay. Well, I guess I'll put everything back in order and go investigate the bathroom real quick.
Okay.
This
So
guy's boring.
you.
fine.
he's like, you're boring, dude. I'm going through your shit, and you have nothing good for me.
You had a love, something happened there. Now you have another love, stuff's definitely happening there.
Alright, so you go ahead and I do have a bruise, that's weird. You go ahead and go through the bathroom, and there's just, there's that wash basin.
I'm
Clothes
gonna
on
look at
top
that
of the
box. It's locked?
No, actually.
Okay, I'm gonna
Yep.
look in it.
You open that box and you find on a velvet cushion 3 of those blue stones.
What? It was in the
That
bathroom.
was
this whole
I was
time?
like, they're either gonna be in there or they're not, and they're gonna be in the bedroom. Alright, I wasted time in the bedroom.
And
No
this
time
is
to
not a
waste.
lead box.
Yeah. I closed that sucker. And then I put the clothes on that sucker. And crap. Is there anything else in the box? Was there anything else in the box?
That was it.
Frickin', I need to find something. Good. Alright. I'm gonna close that box and lock that sucker up. Well, I already did that. And put the clothes back on it. And I'm leaving the bathroom. And gonna make sure both the bathroom and the bedroom are locked and everything.
Bathroom, not the bedroom.
Yeah. Thank you. Putting everything the way that it was.
Okay.
There's nothing else in the bathroom though.
That
Okay, yeah. Putting everything back the way it was. And
Okay.
I'm gonna do one more sweep of that room.
Uh-huh.
Make sure there's no books. Or notebooks. Or anything that have anything written down, any notes or anything like
What
that.
I've told you is what there is.
Okay. I'm gonna go downstairs
Alright?
to that back room
Okay.
and look for any type of record. He's gotta have some type of book that says something. So I'm looking for a notebook that's gonna say, like, who his clientele is, like, who he's got orders for, who he has, or what he has done, what he doesn't have done. He has to have some type of record because he can't remember everything. So I'm looking for any type of notebook or...
You're looking in the back room?
Yeah.
So you go ahead and roll perception? Or investigation?
6.
You don't see anything that stands out.
Okay. That seems...
Was there, when he took my order, did he write it down in anything?
Yes, you did.
Oh yeah. Would I have noticed that? Probably not. Well, I was about to go out to the front and look for a book out there.
Okay.
So I'm gonna very cautiously peek my head through the curtain because you said it was a curtain that divided,
Yes.
right? Are there windows?
Yes.
Are there curtains closed?
No.
But it's really dark in here, right?
It's not as dark in here as it was upstairs. Because
Okay.
the lights
so
were
it's still-
outside.
So
It's like
people
a
could
mirror.
still see in here.
Yeah.
But I still have Pass Without Trace.
No, you don't.
You
I
recast it.
recasted it.
Oh, you recast it, right?
Yeah, I remember after
Okay,
the short,
yeah, go
the
ahead.
short rest. Alright, so I feel pretty confident I can pass some stealth checks. I'm gonna based off of this, because, like, this is the curtain, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna duck back here behind this back counter and look for a book that would be
Okay.
a ledger, something for the clientele or whatever, something there.
You very easily find that.
Okay.
And going through, you even find your own name because
Mhm.
he bought from you. You find a section of the book that is marked rush orders, and there is an order for a necklace for Lady Commander Tiela.
Shock.
There's also a rush order for a circlet for Lady Commander Tiela.
Oops.
This lady's sketch.
And then there is also Angharad's order,
Which is under a fake name.
which is under whichever name she gave.
Yeah.
Although I think you introduced yourself as Angharad when you first met him.
I didn't. I had wrote down my fake name.
Oh, okay, cool. So he's
Because I
got
didn't
that
trust
fake
him.
name written down. And yeah, so you find a couple, like, there are a couple other things on there. There's, like, ring for, like, there's a ring for so-and-so. There's earrings for this person. There's a necklace for this person. There's,
Is there any notes for incoming supplies?
you look around a little bit more, and you do find that there is, a note that says, let me get to my months, actually. That, it says, purchase 15th of Zapor. And you are aware that the 15th of Zapor is not until next month.
And so that's something that he's purchased and is supposed to be brought in.
Mm-hmm.
Does it say what it is?
No.
Are there other entries?
There are a few others like that, which is strange considering everywhere else in this ledger where it says where he's purchasing something, he
It
says
says where.
what he purchased.
Right. Okay, that's what I was trying to get at. Was there other
Yeah,
things
like
that had there? Okay.
even the things that he purchased from you, like he wrote how much and he wrote exactly what it all was.
Okay. So there's others in the past. Is there any type of quantity, or does it just say next month?
It just says a month and day.
Okay. Remembering back to what I was looking at, oh, there was no dates for those other papers that I looked at, so there's no way to. Okay. And there's no quantity on these. It's just the month
It just says
date.
yeah.
Okay. What was the most recent one labeled like that?
That would actually be from just a few weeks ago.
Okay.
They're taking forever.
Yeah, honestly, I think that's good
Yeah.
enough to work from. I don't know if
Um.
there's really anything
Because at
else.
this point, we know that he has the stones, so all we have to do is tell the Lady Commander, hey, he has the stones that are fucking up. Or we tell Una. We tell Una, and then Una acts on the information, so he becomes lawful good. Otherwise, what the fuck are we gonna do with them?
He doesn't have anything connected to the other jewelers.
Not
Yeah,
that
he
it
does.
seems.
Okay.
I mean, he currently does.
Hell yeah! D&D's amazing!
Alright, there was a window in the bedroom?
Mhm.
Did it have a chain on it?
A chain?
The silver.
The silver
Oh,
chain?
no.
Thread. You could try to get out. It's up to you, my dude.
Can I see the map?
In the map.
I respect your icing choices.
Alright. Thames is gonna try to get out.
Alright.
Thames is gonna go upstairs.
Okay.
He's gonna go into the bedroom.
Decision is going to be made.
And
There's
he's
6 pages of notes.
he's gonna
Oh yeah, I know.
he's kind of sealing his fate by doing this. Like it's kind of a done deal because he's gonna go in and lock the bedroom. No, he doesn't have to lock the bedroom. So he's good. So he's gonna go into the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna perception check the window
Okay,
to make sure there's nothing fishy about it.
go for it.
It just an 11.
It seems like a window.
Okay. Is it just got like a normal like window latch on it?
Yep. There's just the usual latch.
Okay, looking out the curtains.
You see 2 figures downstairs.
Like,
That's me.
outside.
Yeah.
Can I?
You don't recognize these people at all.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Out back?
That's funny.
We played our own damn
no, you
selves.
said you were in the bedroom.
Yeah, I thought the window was facing the back of the building.
No. There's a window, like you came up the stairs and there was a window back there, but there's also the bedroom.
Oh, I'm completely turned around on the layout of this house. My bad. Okay, never mind. There's a window. The window in the kitchen. Or not the
Okay.
kitchen, the common area.
Yeah.
That's facing
That
the back.
faces back. Yes.
And then the pictures on the other side
Yes.
with the doors facing the
Right.
front. Okay, I had it completely flipped. Alright, in that case, scratch that, none of that happened, flip it, rewind, Lil Kim style. Is there is there a silver chain on the window?
You don't see one there now.
Okay. I'm gonna perception not window.
Okay.
15, that's a better one.
Okay. Yeah. No, there's a window latch and that's about
Okay,
it.
I'm gonna look out the curtains. Do I see anything? Anybody?
You see tree line.
Okay. How does the window open?
It opens out.
Okay, I figured. Is there any type of
Usually-
ledge or something outside,
There's
like
a
the
little,
roofing?
No, there's no real roofing at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
But me being my ninja self, I can see a way to get down.
You wouldn't are you investigating for that?
Sure. Five. I can't really tell.
No, it's just.
Alright, Temzin is going for it. He's gonna, I'm assuming the latch is like a hook type thing.
Yeah, it's a hook. type
Okay,
latch.
so I'm gonna like rig up a little string so that way once I get out and close
Roll
the window,
performance.
that's a sleight of hand.
I think so.
Well, I don't know if it was performance.
Actually, yeah. What I'm actually going to have you roll is.
Dex. Because
Roll.
performance is dex, right? I mean, whatever
Yeah.
you want me to roll.
I want you to roll a dexterity check.
Okay.
And you're using your red thread for this?
14.
Yeah, you will be able to rig something so that the door so that the window will swing shut behind you.
And latch. I'm gonna put it
Latching,
on
you'll have to roll a bit higher for that. You'll be able to shut the window and it will be closed. It just won't be latched.
You put absolutely everything back the way it was.
I was gonna say, who
Yeah.
cares about an open window?
And
It's
I've
fine.
been using pass without trace the
Yeah,
whole
it's
time.
fine. Let him think he forgot to lock the window. It's
Yeah. Alright.
And then
Um,
jumping from the window, go ahead and roll acrobatics.
Okay. Acrobat. That's Dex, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Stuff I'm good at. 17.
Nope, you do not take any fall damage from
Okay.
jumping out of a second story window.
And nobody saw because I still have
No,
my pass.
and
Okay,
nobody
cool.
saw.
I'm gonna make my way
Downtown, walking fast.
Faces pass.
Are you
Where-
heading
can
back
we-
to the bar, or what are you
Can we say that Saffeine and I were having a quiet conversation and he heard my accent or something like?
No, he's
Nope.
he's at the back of the building, and at this
We're
Yeah, I'm
point,
at the
waking up
back,
for no
in the
And-
woods.
and this building in particular doesn't have the alleyway that like the Ruby Hall did. There's no alley between
Yeah,
here,
I see
so
that.
you're currently on Residency Row
woods.
technically. Like the trees behind there, you're in Residency Row.
Right, I'd imagine I'm like in these woods here.
Yep.
I'm gonna.
Can I roll versus his stealth to see him?
No,
I'm
you're
in
at
the
the front
back.
of the house. and
You
he's
guys
at the
are up
back.
here. I'm back here in the woods.
So you and Saffeine are having a really nice chat together.
I
and
did see
bonding
them
at
out
the
front.
No, you didn't.
We're disguised.
Yeah, remember I saw two random
I've
people. I
made
could go
some poor
investigate them.
choices. I've
Yeah.
made some
Um,
poor choices. That's what's happening here.
It's fine.
Temzin is going to stealthily make his way through the woods to
Okay.
the temple.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, you don't have to roll for that. You
once he
very
gets-
easily make your way through the city cemetery and the forest, and you find yourself in the central courtyard of the Order of the Whisper.
Cool. I'm gonna go in. Obviously, hello.
And they just kind of like greet you and continue on their way.
And then I'm just gonna make my way out casually through the front of the temple.
Okay, and now you and Saffeine, who are on watch and keeping watch, you see Temzin stroll out of this random church-looking building a couple houses down, nowhere near where you're standing, nowhere near where you went in. You just are talking and keeping watch, and suddenly you see Temzin very casually strolling out of a building.
Wait. What the fuck? You.
Oh, am I walking? Like, are you guys coming to me now? Or
Yeah,
like,
I'm dropping disguise self. I'm kind of strolling after you.
You.
I'm like, oh, there you are. Perfect.
You don't recognize. Oh, you dropped this guy.
Yeah, she dropped
I
this
dropped.
guy's.
Yeah, I dropped it.
Perfect. I was able to get out of the place I was not. We should go somewhere and talk right now.
You are a glorious bastard, and I agree.
All right.
Okay.
So where are you guys headed?
Can we?
After your very successful jewelry heist.
Yeah,
Nice.
good. Yeah.
Competent.
Do we want to short rest IRL real quick?
Yeah, you guys can. We can take a break. We'll say we'll take like a 20-minute break, and then we can. And then he dies. Hello.
Wow, I'm like right there in the picture. I didn't realize.
Hello.
Sorry, mine just crapped out.
That's okay. I was saying that we can take like a 15-20-minute break for people to get food or rest their
Bathroom or-
brains or bathrooms or whatever the heck you want to do. How is Aaron feeling?
I don't know. I was gonna go over there once we found a break.
Yeah, go ahead. We're gonna take a break, and then you guys can go ahead and go see how Aaron's doing.
1, 2.
Okay, I'll let you know if we'll join up after I come back.
Okay, sounds good.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Yes.
Oh, the screen went.
Can you touch the little touchpad? Cool. All right.
10 pages of notes.
and 6 of
That's
them
good because
are that jewelry heist.
I would not be able to do that.
Good lord. And only I highlight the things that I think are important to the plot. I have
Right.
3 highlighted sentences out of those 6 pages. So, good lord.
But we fought a lot of shit. We bonded.
We did. We got a lot of money. We found a lot of things out.
Yeah, I found out a lot of good stuff.
Okay. So, Temzin meets back up with Angharad and Saffeine, and you all kind of scurry back towards the farm, where Jimmy is very, very tired. He's a sleepy boy, and he fell asleep in, like, a haystack. And it's not quite, like, dried grass yet. It's still that, like, kind of sweet-smelling, fresh-cut grass. So he's, like, asleep in that. And he's, like, holding onto a stick that he probably scraped against a rock to make really sharp. And Lacey or John is probably going to confiscate it from him later so he doesn't lose an eye. But Remember and Archie are still whacking away at these dummies that Remember made when the 3 of you stroll up.
A little bit of late night training, is it?
Is it late at night?
Is it? It's late at night.
It's like near on 10 o'clock, yeah.
Okay.
You must be prepared at all hours of the day to strike back at your enemy, but I grow tired of this. Come, Archie, let us put our weapons away.
Oh, okay. I mean,
I
it
noticed.
ain't raining, we ain't training, am I right?
We probably talked over like specific type stuff
As
while
you
we
guys-
were walking, yeah, so we probably don't need to do too much of that.
Should we should
They
we
walk
take-
out to the farm, and that was everything I learned inside the house.
Should we take Jimmy inside? Should we leave him out here in the wet grass?
Remember picks Jemmy up and takes him into the house.
John kind
That
of
would
like...
have been, thank you, that would have been difficult for me.
John
Probably
kind
not,
of
but-
takes Jimmy and he's like, alright, up we go. And he like carries him upstairs and he's yelling, I'm gonna whack it! He's like, yeah, you're gonna whack it, alright. And like carries him off to his room. And there's not really any dinner or anything made tonight. Like there's a pot of tea, and there's like a plate of like couple day old cookies, but it's late enough where they're like, no, we're not feeding you. You missed dinner, that's your fault.
That's fine.
We have learned many valuable things today, but I think we are all weary after a full day's work.
We should be proud of ourselves. We did well today, guys.
Yes, we did. We earned many coins, and we learned many things worth knowing. This was a good day.
Good day.
Safine's like, woo!
It was a good day by Ice Cube plays in the background.
Alright, well, I personally grow weary. So, should we retire and then conjecture in the morning?
Correct.
Okay.
Napping time.
Long rest time. Get them
Yep.
key points.
Alright, so you guys all head up to your rooms. Archie, you are actually sharing a room with either Jimmy or Temzin. It's your pick. They don't have enough rooms for everyone to have like their own room kind of thing going on. And remember is too big to share with anybody. She's got like a hammock set up in hers. So you guys go ahead and tuck in for the night, and the lights dim in the house as lanterns are extinguished, and everyone drifts off to sleep.
You get XP